All right, Minerva Podcast episode 24. We're here.
Hi.
We're all alive and doing
Yay.
okay, I think. I hope.
Mostly.
Is everybody doing fine? Are we
I
good?
think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
I
so.
need to tag and let people
Oh,
know.
I just thought what you should have titled it.
Still can.
I think I might have spelled Russia wrong.
What?
Jesus.
I mean, it works. I don't know.
Is that
Wait,
joke
when did he
still
spell
alive?
wrong?
Well, when I went to your channel, the first thing I noticed was that freaking the thumbnail for it, and Russia is just real big in the corner of that. So
Did you watch that, by the way?
I started to. I just never actually got to
Yeah.
finish it.
I've just got the notification on YouTube, and I was like, yeah, I know he's alive.
That is by far my favorite off-the-cuff video that I've never planned to make. And that was just... I was gonna do it, because the meme came up in Discord where they were just labeling all the European countries, and I was like, alright, well, let me take a crack at it. And then I figured, this would be a great video. Let me do that. And I kid you not, this couldn't have been better timing. As I sit down to start recording, of all people, Jaffe pops in. And I was like, alright, we're doing a video. He's like, okay. Like, he's always game. I don't need to explain anything to him. And I just...
Fair enough.
We just went for it. And... Wow, Epic Games is just hard freezing up my computer. Oh my lord. I shouldn't even be carrying right now. I'm just trying to clean up my desktop, get ready, you know, in the zone for the show, and then all these programs just don't work.
Well, you should have done that before.
Oh, she froze. That's good. I didn't need to... Oh, I froze too. Oh my god, it's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days.
Oh, did he just... Oh, he
He's
bounced.
frozen.
Wow.
Okay.
Gonna be one of those days, Discord. I see how it is.
Yeah. We were doing so well.
My
But-
hair, I did not look at it until I started. It's just not, whatever. Not my favorite.
It's doing
Not
its
doing.
best.
Not
I
doing the
rarely
thing you
care
want it to
about how
be
I
doing.
look. This is no exception, but it caught my eye. So how is everybody's week? Bexy's been a couple of weeks now, hasn't it?
It
Yay.
has. It's been 2 weeks, I think.
2 weeks. Well, how have you been since then? Any developments in the life of you?
No, I don't think anyone's probably got much developments in life lately because of how everything is. I got an IKEA delivery. That's about the most
Oh,
exciting
how
thing that's
fun!
happened
What
to
was
me.
it? What do we got?
That's so fun.
It was an order I made 2 months ago, and I only got it today because obviously they stopped deliveries with the coronavirus.
Yeah.
So I've got a new bed for my spare room.
Oh, fun.
I have a bookcase for this room, and I
Mhm.
have a storage unit for all of the princess stuff. So it's very
Will there
exciting
be any
stuff for
books
There you go.
going onto the bookcase?
Hmm?
Will there be any books going onto the bookcase?
There'll be a couple, yeah.
Okay, all right. At least two.
Oh.
And
That
it's
makes a
mainly, like,
bookcase.
sewing stuff.
Sorry, I forgot to flip this
Yeah.
around.
You know what? I've been very seriously considering pulling out my old Diary of a Wimpy Kid book and going through that. I've been giving it... I watched this whole video going through the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series and how it was, what it was, and how I apparently missed a lot as a kid, and I just... We have the books, and they were always interesting to me, and I kind of wanted to just take a crack at it. It's a super easy read with lots of pictures. I could probably just knock it out in it. Why? Why are we just randomly... Oh, she froze. Okay. I was going to say, Discord, why would you reorganize everybody? I tried so hard.
Why Discord?
You know the
Not so
author, you met
far.
him several times? Oh, see, there's a difference there between
What the
knowing someone,
fuck?
having met, and running into him a couple... And his
Hold on.
kid? How do you know the author, Griffin? That's cool. Just watched the last podcast. I never knew Donna was bald. That's badass.
God.
My sister did the same thing. I showed her the podcast. She was like, what? Didn't Donna have different color hair last time? And I was like, oh, she's bald. She's like, yeah. I was like, no, really? She's like, oh, really? So I skipped to the end of the show, and she was like, oh, look at that. It's cool how everybody's just fine with it. Like, there's nothing to be weird
You
about.
don't really see a difference in my hair. Oh, hang on.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
gamer
Clean
do right
fade.
there.
There you go.
I do the exact same shit. Look at that. It's not as noticeable, but short around the ears, make it easy for the cups, keep the top normal looking. We're
Yeah.
good to go.
High and tight. There you go.
I was just going for a military style, high and tight.
Since we're
kind of
doing hair, here's my disaster. Very
Your
lovely.
main.
Yeah, I was
I've-
considering doing little 2 pigtails there, but
Donna
I
frozen
don't think I
now,
could pull it
too?
off just yet.
Discord's just taking turns, just freezing people, isn't it?
I
Boy.
think so.
Oh,
Making the
man.
rounds.
Well, see, like with Bexy's hair, with the cups over top of that, drives me nuts. I've had long hair, I've had short hair. I want this to be clear every single time. It
Yeah.
drives me nuts.
Once it gets long enough, though, you can tie it back, and then it doesn't get in the way, and it adheres to your ears. Which
Bexy, what are you
rhymes
drinking right now?
Pepsi Max, because I'm exciting.
Someone said they liked how it matched your hair. That's
The
a little
top
more
of it.
orange.
Oh yeah. It's
That's
because
close.
the cup says fries before guys as well.
nicely. That's great. I think my sister-in-law has that same shirt, like
I
a
need to-
shirt that says that's funny.
I need to get my sister
Yeah.
that. My sister is an absolute fiend for fries. She just goes. We'll go to a fast food place and just get her a double order of fries. She's good to go.
Yeah.
Like,
We've lost Rosa.
I was kind of figuring she'd make her way back. I wasn't sure what to do about that.
I guess she's gonna sit there with that stank look on her face.
I don't know. Let me.
Maybe it was a
DM
game. Maybe
her.
she's just actually sat there like that.
Yeah, that's how
Rosa,
she's currently
Come
sitting.
back.
I sent her a message. Oh, it rearranged,
Oh.
and yep, and she properly disconnected. Yeah, I bet her program. Oh.
Yay!
Oh, we're on contingency. Oh no. This is the backup. Do you have a mic that works? Nope. Apparently not.
Yeah, we have no sound.
Uh-oh.
Doing our best, though. I mean, it wouldn't be a Minerva podcast without someone fading in and out.
Marissa.
Oh, so tough. It's just like every week, you guys. Oh my god, I'm frozen too. This is unbelievable, chat. This is unbelievable. I stream 4 or 5 days a week without an issue.
Oh, wait.
Here, I'll repeat that for you
Fair
guys. I stream 4 or 5 days a week without issue for hours on end. But the 2 hours a week we want to run a show, every week there's problems. We test beforehand. We're on our game, and then Discord just decides to cease function.
Welcome to Mondays.
You know what's amazing
Yay.
too is my camera quality and everybody else's is just worse than all of our testing. It's like on today's given day, it's just more compressed, and I feel blurry.
For me, Chriselle and Bexy are phenomenal.
Thank you. That means a lot.
It's not a
Your camera quality is normal, and Rosa's is of course just terrible
A
as
cell
it
phone.
has been lately.
tricky because on my end, I'm always the one that looks the best because it's not compressed or anything; it's just local. So that looking as low quality as it is just not something I should worry about. It should just be ignored. Now that I've brought it up, everybody in chat's like, "Oh yeah, that is bad," and they didn't notice before. Donna is just making the best of this. Can we hear you yet?
No.
Wow.
Where
Oh,
is that?
we can. We can. You're good.
No, yeah, we hear you.
Are you on a
I was thinking
phone?
you'd have to sign the entire podcast to us, which we won't be able to understand you, but you'll.
Danny, you're
we'll have to
vertical.
get,
Do you
like,
want to?
a dictionary
I
and-
understand some.
Yeah. I can understand like pointing towards things. That makes sense to me.
No. I know vulgarities.
Oh,
Are you on
yeah,
a phone?
Mm.
Do you want to flip it?
Oh, hold on. Give me like a minute. I'm not gonna bother flipping it because I'm trying to get my computer back up.
Ah, yes. Turning the phone sideways would slow that process down.
Well, no, I didn't have my phone.
I made a bite.
Off of my
Okay.
monitor, so if I try to figure out a way to turn it
Got
over,
it.
it's just
It's
gonna
a
take.
quite literal
Just-
balancing act. I've been there.
Yeah.
I got it to stay. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna leave that how it is.
I
Can
made
you
you
say
something,
fuck?
Beast.
Yeah, I can say fuck. It's this.
I had that issue with my webcam for a long time. I've sort of wedged it between two monitors, but it used to literally just be dangling.
over. Okay.
Okay. Well, we got a
Yay.
gray square. It's looking great. Loving
Great
it.
square. Great square.
Okay.
What was that?
You
Chriselle?
We have audio. I have
Yes.
audio.
Okay.
What?
Maybe while they're fixing. How has your last
Okay.
couple weeks been? I hear you've been printing. Yeah.
Been good. I have been printing so many things. yeah, if you look over here, just
All
don't
right.
mind the microphone.
Will
This
do.
is my little pile of 3D printed things, which I will show you one at a time. And anyway,
One at a time. Space
here
him throughout
is
the episode.
something I made for you.
Oh, that's already done.
It's a 3D printed Milotic, and it was very tedious to get this to work right.
Really?
There were so many supports to it. You know how difficult it was to make these little tiny antenna things?
I do
don't
not.
even know if they're antennas. But like
They're
they had
antennas.
like a mile of support material under them, and it was fun. But yeah, it worked. And I did that while I was at work. I just set it up to go and hoped it didn't burn the house down.
You know, it would just be like the coolest, laziest content you could make are time lapsing your 3D prints.
I should. That sounds amazing.
should.
That
I
sounds
mean,
like
seriously.
my level of production
Record the
quality.
whole thing. You know what you could do?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how to figure
Well,
this out, but what?
Stream went down.
Yeah, stream is completely dead.
Okay.
Yeah, let me. This is why I record it. That's why I recorded.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I don't know. I'm just telling chat that the recorded version is gonna be fine. So if this continues to cut out, then this will be one of those podcasts where I just unlist the stream and post this as a separate video.
Yeah.
You could even do that thing where cameras take like a picture every 5 seconds or every 10 seconds. That way, an 8-hour recording isn't like completely a huge file, and then just speed it up in post. I mean, literally click and drag render and then just have some easy boring content. It would be cool content. You could put some music over it or something.
Yeah. And if it's like an interesting print with like an interesting infill pattern where it's like making all sorts of crazy inside parts of it, it would be pretty cool. So let me actually show you what the Milotic thing looked like. Is that what it's called? A Milotic?
It is a Milotic.
Yes.
I appreciate
Okay,
you
I did
looking this up.
for this express purpose.
What's your favorite Pokemon? Sends him my absolute one thing I'd ever want printed.
Yeah, okay, let me.
Because I
switch
actually
over
have,
here.
while he's doing that, I got this thing that I made myself. I got a Milotic plushie back here. That's it. It's my entire collection so far. All right.
So this is the 3D printed Milotic.
This is what
and
he
that's
showed
what it
me.
looks like. Yeah. So this. Let me see if I can pull this up. Thing files. Okay. STL. Download.
Woo.
Go, 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 go. There it looks like in that little program. Then go to this very
How many
magical
tabs
thing.
do
And
you need?
100 million. No, I'm like, I can 3D print things faster than I can, no, slower than I can find new things to 3D print. So it's kind of a problem.
So
Like,
those tabs are just a backlog of things you have yet to print.
yes. I'm just holding off on
You
it.
know you
and
can bookmark things, right? So you don't
You
just have
know-
to keep a tab open.
That's still pretty complicated by my standards, so I don't know if I actually can. That's
Chriselle,
pretty
are you
confusing.
actually 80? Did we miss something?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so let me bring this. This is called a slicer program. Very slicey. Uh-huh. See, it's very cute. This is what it's making. And this is for my 3D printer right here. And see, so this took 5 hours to make, this little Milotic. And so this right here is the supports that come with it. And it doesn't look like a Milotic anymore. But yeah, so all that stuff right here. And let me switch back to
You have to go in
turn
with
on camera.
You have to go in with an
Here's the
X-Acto
little-
and cut it all out.
Yeah, an X-Acto and all the other stuff. Here's all the little filament pieces that I had to take off of that to get it to work right. But yeah, that was fun actually, and I have no idea how I'm going to ship this in one piece without it breaking. So that's another fun challenge. But I also 3D printed a wrench, so it's pretty cute, and it works. See?
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Wow, a functioning wrench. That is impressive. Really? Really? Okay. Oh,
And
it
then
reconnected
go
me this
visit-
time.
That could work. That could
Just
work.
a
Take it
random
with you.
trip.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a little fucking around the world in 80 days type shit.
Yeah,
Ah,
to
Bobby Ann
retrieve
is
a
here.
Milotic. I could see that working.
Bexy, you know Bobby Ann? From your stream?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Hey, Bobby, how's it going? Yeah, you have to keep an eye on your Twitch chat as well, okay? Because
I
sometimes you
am.
just only pay attention to your YouTube, so just do that.
Sometimes.
After I popped into Bexy's stream and gifted some subs, Bobby M was kind enough to gift me a sub because I forgot about myself like a derp.
There you go.
Yeah, Bobby's
That's the
Bobby's a
best.
sweetheart.
I gave you a Twitch sub, and
Yeah.
I know it's a lower quality tier, but I hope it counts for something.
Thank
No,
you.
they all count.
Honestly, nobody subscribes more than a first tier.
What?
Makes
What?
Yeah, I don't think anyone does, really.
Tier 1
Yeah.
Well,
Believe
there's
on
no
Twitch. Nobody ever
no
subscribes with
perk
tier
to
2
anything
or
else.
tier 3 or any of that.
Unless they're trying to show off.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
bigger streamers
like
get
card
more of those
flexing that they've got more
higher tier
money.
ones.
Yeah, because they're saying, look at me. That's so
Mhm.
the smaller streamers, no one ever does the higher tiers. I got a
Mhm.
couple tier 3s for my birthday.
I've gotten
Yay.
a number of tier 4s on YouTube, which is
Mhm.
50 instead of 5. People just, you're right, it's all about the flex, you know? I had a guy go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, just flooding my chat with new member, which was a reduced cost, so it's not that
Right.
exciting, but it was still, he made a spectacle of it, which you should. If you're
Yeah.
going to be spending $50, you should have some fun with it, and I don't know. I guess it depends on the channel. It's amazing,
Yeah.
some of the channels I've been looking at. There are people, there's a girl I found who's a variety streamer and is full-time at 2,400 followers, averages like 80 to 90 viewers, and has some sugar daddies, and it's like, wow. Wow. That's, wow.
Who wants to buy my feet pics? I'm
Right,
trying to buy
yeah,
Red
that's-
Dead.
Good for her.
No one buys my feet pics.
No one buys mine either, but I don't advertise.
Aw.
So
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm starting an OnlyFans, right?
Oh, yeah?
I told you
You got a name for that yet?
that. No, not yet.
Oh,
Apparently, Ben's was going with Semen Demon, but it's
Mhm.
already taken.
of course.
How about
I
Sigrub?
remember that
Tamantha?
conversation.
That sounds
I
great.
think that's a good name.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if there's some kind of attack. Nobody's claiming credit. Because like I say, all week I'll stream and it's completely fine. But showtime and it just doesn't want to stay online. I don't understand it. I don't
no.
understand it. Not a
It's
drop
pretty weird.
frame in the last 5 streams. But today we have issues.
Chriselle, I want to do it real quick. I'm not going to say anything bad about the videos you have put out. I like them. They're great.
That's okay. You can put it.
You have a show and tell thing about you that you like to do.
Yeah.
And I think just 10-minute videos of you just doing a random show and tell of just some random object you have, you're
Yeah.
interesting. So just a 10-minute, just fucking get it out there. Like, check this thing out. I think
Okay.
you could put out a ton of those videos in a week or put together a ton of those videos in a week and then just put
Yeah.
out one a day for months. And I
Okay.
think you'd be doing fantastic.
I can do that.
I mean, yeah, that way you'd have content just, backlogged.
And I've been I have like a list of things that I've been meaning to do of that sort of caliber, and I've been meaning to make one for the desk, for like me and my wife's like setup as far as like computer stuff goes. The whole library I've been meaning to do for a while since I built it, and I haven't yet. And I think it would probably serve my sort of content better. Because I don't know, I haven't had much success with gaming type content, even though I have put out like a lot in the past. But
that's what I'm saying though, is just those past couple videos where you were making stuff like in your shop and stuff. They're interesting as hell, but they're very long, and I don't see viewer retention being super good for that. But
that was an entire
pare it
video
down to
B-roll.
a 10 or 15.
Uh-oh. Discord, I am gonna throw my shoe at you, I swear to God.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I was watching that premiere when it was still 43 minutes long, and this is just constructive criticism.
Oh my gosh, this lasts forever.
You went into
you
you were
talked about the premiere thing.
you set it
I
up
don't
and
know if
everything.
I like that, but
I don't. I'll get into that in a minute. But I saw you get into a thing, you explain what you were gonna do, and I was like, all right, cool, let's cut to the next part, and then you did it. The whole time we saw every second of it. I tuned out. I was doing other things, and I checked back in.
Whole thing?
No, but in that moment, I checked back in about 5 minutes later, and you were talking again. I was like, whoa, that could have been a real cut, not a real life cut. And I know that you edited it down, and you're still practicing. I'm not being rude. I'm just saying, you've got good stuff. Yeah.
The second video is a lot better. There's more cuts to it, and it was like 2 hours down to like 15 minutes or something. So I'm kind of proud of that fact, and now I just need to work on making that interesting and cutting that down even more. And what I was trying to focus on was like anytime that I was bored editing, I would cut that part.
That's a good thing to do. You need to think of your whole story as a narrative.
Yeah.
What do we need to see? I know as the person doing the project, you want everybody to appreciate every second of it, but it's just not feasible.
And the stream died again.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just
If
recorded.
if it's a bunch of you working, just speed it up. Just just take that footage and like literally times 5 it. You'll look like a speed demon, but if it's literally 2 hours of footage, speed demon it like while you're doing that, and then you get time to talk about it.
Yeah, you can talk over the time lapse footage.
Yeah, and also I recently got
post.
Here's another show and tell thing. I got a little lapel mic so that my audio isn't made in a little tin can with a string attached to it. So yeah, I got a little lapel mic that I can attach to my phone. It's very cute. I don't know if it actually works yet because I haven't tested it, but
that is adorable.
And yeah, hopefully it works, and there'll be less screeching metal noises and more actual talking, and in shorter increments too, and then voiceover after that. But yeah.
Oh my god, my coffee's so hot.
I was gonna mention that Premiere feature. Have you guys watched many on YouTube? I don't know, because it doesn't
I don't like the 2-minute wait.
It doesn't let you skip ahead. It doesn't let you watch the video on your own, and then you got a whole chat. I'm like, what I was trying to attempt was a private viewing of my friend's video is now this public ordeal with a 30-second wait timer. I was like,
yeah,
I'll come back later. And then, admitted, I'll be frank, I have not. I intend to watch your video. All right, I'm getting into it. I'll do it. But I
came back later.
Exactly. The premiere made me wait, so I went and did something else, and then I never. That never clicked. I never came back. They taught me this in sales. Like, if you let them leave without oh my god, did I freeze again? This is unbelievable. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. This is just something else. Oh my boy. Oh my.
They taught me this in
sales when when I was selling knives, if they leave without buying something, your odds of sale go way down. Like, once all that pressure's off, it's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just something to think about. Premieres are fun when you have like thousands of people in chat and whatnot, but I don't know what YouTube wants to do with them. They don't push your videos more. They don't get more views. It's kind of a hassle for the viewer.
And I mean, I guess even the way that I personally watch YouTube videos is I do like to skip around, much like you like to skip around, because I mean, there's the 30-second YouTube intro that everyone appears to do that you always try and skip that.
I'm on 1.25x by default nowadays. 1.5 or 1.75 if it's something else. I've been watching a lot of Pokemon Go videos. I will not bog down today's stream with that topic, but I will say a lot of those guys, it's amazing going from 1.75x, because I don't miss a beat. Those guys are kind of slower talkers. The gameplay's a little slow, so 1.75 is a comfortable speed. And then I'll play myself or I'll watch somebody else, and I thought my game was lagging. I was like, why is everything so slow? This is incredible. And then I realized this was the normal speed. I was like, oh, wow. They could speed up gameplay a lot, and this would be better. But yeah, I don't know.
Impatient.
Something to think about. I think I tried a Premiere once. I've considered it with some of my bigger videos that I've been hyping, but that chat is there forever.
I don't think I will do another Premiere.
It's not you, it's the feature. I've seen other channels. I'm like, I'll watch like those Selena Gomez videos. You think I'm joking? And then those premieres just have tons of messages that I don't care. There's so many, it lags. Hide the chat. Get rid of it. I don't want that. I don't read the comments anyway. I don't care what you thought about the song. Because mostly in a premiere, it's like 10 minutes of hype. They're all excited. I'm not saying anything. There's no value there.
I was trying to like originally use it. Oh, sorry. I was originally trying to use it as like a kind of like commentary for the video itself, but it didn't entirely work as intended, so I won't be doing it again. Okay, sorry, Rosa. What were you saying?
No worries. I was just gonna say, speaking of videos, who wants to edit a video for me? Since everyone keeps asking about all my wigs, I want video of all my wigs, but I'm not gonna sit here all at once and put on 20 wigs one after another, so I'd have to like
yes you are.
That's what we're gonna make it.
I think you're underestimating the effort.
Yeah. So yeah, I know some of you have those
How
skills.
does somebody help you with that?
Yeah,
I would send them the
Find
footage
the
and
footage through
cut
her
it together.
live streams.
I could send footage. I just need it trimmed down and cut together, and I'm not capable of doing that myself.
Why not?
I mean, I'm sure I'm capable, but I don't want to.
But
I have
gotta-
found that most people are capable of most things until they just do it.
See, she's not capable of bringing herself to doing that.
Yeah, I just said I don't want to do it
I
myself.
don't wanna.
I don't want to. Just like it's so funny when I started making masks, so many of my friends were like, "You can sew," and I was like, "Yeah." When I was on a theater scholarship, I made the costumes, and they were like, "What? Why don't you do that?" Because I don't want to. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody recently about the pros and cons of pre-building a PC, and they were like, "Do you think I am capable of building my own computer?" I was like, "Yeah, if you put your mind to it." No. Option 2, go. All right.
Clark helped my husband build Clark's computer. Clark helped husband build Clark's computer. Because my husband, being the techie that we are, was like, "You're gonna know how to do this.
Yeah,
fair enough.
This
It's
is
good.
the motherboard. This is the, all that."
So important too. Oh my goodness.
Sitting over
Oh
here-
my goodness.
Sitting over here talking about knowing how to sew with Bexy just right there going,
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is Bexy does it, and I'm not saying I'm as good as Bexy, but I'm saying if I wanted to, I could put together.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not the sequence, but I could do.
How did you get into sewing, Bexy?
I don't
Yeah,
know. When I was little, my gran always used to like sew, and she used to help me make little clothes for my dolls and stuff. And then I think I was
Yeah.
about 12, and she taught me how to use the sewing machine. But everything from there is self-taught.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
So
It's a lot of
Yeah.
trial and error.
So the passion was
only
charged at a
seven.
young age there?
I guess so. I think it just, yeah, I've seen my gran do it, and I spent a lot of time with my gran. So
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot
it's
of...
one of those things.
That's not the kind of thing you fall into, I feel like. That's a very
Mhm.
specific,
Kind of.
maybe?
I-
Depending on what you're
Well,
doing.
I got bored like when I was living at my mom's house during my
Mhm.
breakup after the 7-year relationship. I got bored. I was moving stuff around in the walk-in closet and found a sewing machine in there, and I was like, I'm gonna learn how to
Well, I
use
guess
that.
I'll do
Pulled it
that.
out.
No way. Okay.
Being on a theater scholarship, you had to do theater practicum, which was you either build sets or you do costuming or like something other physical part of
Yeah.
the theater. And so they threw me up in costuming, and I was just like helping with the fittings. And then someone who was like, "Oh, I know how to sew," was just really fucking things up bad. And I was just like,
Like, I'm gonna have to
let me-
take this from you.
let me try this because I feel like it's not as hard as you're making it seem.
Yeah.
And it was not.
Mm.
You put down the foot, you push the pedal like a car, either easy or hard, and you like,
There you go. You have
unless
a
you're doing
thing that's
something-
stuck to another
yeah.
thing.
right. Unless you're doing something hard, but like just hemming big skirts, like not that hard.
Yeah.
Especially
I
when
think
you're
especially
hemming
in-
that's
if,
not permanent. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
When you're making stuff for like theatre as well, the thing you have to remember is it's only got to look good from a distance on stage. So it doesn't matter if it's kind of all crappy on the inside. It's just got to be on
Mhm.
and stay on for the show.
Right.
only got
The
the vibe
outside
of
needs
other
to look
production.
good. The seams
Yeah.
inside can look so jacked up.
Exactly.
But as long as it
Exactly.
fits beautifully. Yeah, no, this girl was like making the hem all wavy and like her stitches were like literally waves. And I'm like, how are you making it wavy? Like it's
Creative
more
interpretation
difficult to make
of
it
badly
wavy
done.
than it is to make it at least semi-straight. I can see slanted, but wavy?
Hmm.
What?
make a correction.
You
and
guys want to
then
try joining the server
overcorrecting. You
and
make
going into a
correction the
private
other
call
way.
there?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna hop into a voice on Minerva and drag you guys in, yeah? And we can try
Okay.
video over there. This is a mess.
We could all jump
Okay.
into Mama's house.
Yeah. Alright, I'm
Okay.
gonna hide the screen just so that people can't see whatever might be posted in the Discord, because you never know what people are gonna be doing. Alright, let's try this. Alright, it's just Sig and I right
I wonder
now.
if Chriselle can make it.
Yeah, Chriselle we can drag. Oh, Chriselle's already in. Donna and Bexy
Turn on camera.
is not here yet. Sorry about this stream, but I have never gotten disconnected from a Discord so many times in my life. This is unreal.
It was
Hmm.
really bad.
I don't get it.
What, did you tell Bexy what was up?
I
Yeah.
thought she was on the same page.
Oh,
Oh.
she might not have access. Does she have
No,
access
she
to
does.
this one?
Join
does.
a new
Okay.
Voice. You know, Minerva,
Oh,
I
she
should
has-
be able to drag her in. She has access?
Hmm.
Yeah,
She has access. I added her before I added Chriselle. Sorry,
Cool.
Chriselle, but yeah.
Well,
It's okay.
try more player for now.
My feelings aren't hurt too much.
Close. I'll fix it. Maybe this will be a little bit more consistent, maybe a better image quality. I don't know.
Fingers
I don't know.
crossed.
The only
I'm
time I
just
ever
wondering,
sewed
since
was
Bexy's
There
cool.
we
having
go.
to do phone.
Hmm.
There
How do
we
I see
go.
all of you? That's what I'm kind of wondering.
You click on Mama's house, and
Yeah.
then you should see it.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'm
It
so
is
smart.
loading.
Well, you're so smart. I'm not, but thank you.
I'm
You're
not.
Makes
welcome.
sense. But okay, now we're all here, and hopefully no more problems.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
The only time I ever
One could
sewed was in
expect.
8th grade.
Yeah.
That was it. Home ec or whatever they call it. That was it.
Oh, I forgot I did do that.
I never took that
Yeah.
class.
I don't think
Yeah.
I did either. I always kind of wanted to because, like, the food coming from there always smelled amazing while we were just eating cafeteria food. And
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do home ec. I didn't get to do shop class or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I did. Well, I got into 9th grade and then didn't.
Oh, I did take a AutoCAD class, and that was actually fairly fun. Although looking back, I kind of wish that I just took the shop class, as my brother took
Yeah.
that, and he learned how to weld with like stick welding and
Yeah.
TIG welding and MIG welding, all the different types. And yeah, I instead learned how to make shapes on computers, which helped me kind of.
Right. I was about to say that's
Yeah.
the 3D printing. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Although I have to relearn it again because I forgot everything. So far, I've just been like printing files that I've found that someone else made, like this whistle here. Nice segue into the next show and tell. But yeah, this whistle's super loud, and I won't actually do.
don't do that, please.
Yeah,
I'll
I did
die.
try it outside, and my neighbor just was like, "Who was that?" Yeah,
No way. No way. Okay. This is really ridiculous.
These boys.
I know.
I
I'm
know
just
it's easy.
Right.
and mine's
spending
still
money
not correctly
otherwise.
angled. Yay!
By the way,
I'm,
Rosa.
I'm really,
Mhm.
I'm really
isn't it your birthday
appreciating the
soon?
My birthday is soon. It is
Time.
it's the
Okay.
29th.
we're in the stream.
What's that?
Got you,
Sig?
Salmon.
Yeah, the tag. Yeah, the
Oh
tag.
shit.
We have gotten over 100 new people joining the server today.
Wow.
There we go.
'Cause
Are they
of my-
people?
They are real humans.
No, they are all
Yay.
people, and it has
Okay.
all been within the past 12 hours.
Well, that's good.
Past 6 hours. I made a new video and told people to join the Discord, and holy smokes, they have been.
There you go.
Bexy's gone.
Well, that's
Mhm.
fun. That's
What?
fun. Not for Sig, because they're all Fortnite players, but it's cool, you know?
Where are you guys?
There we go. We hear
We can
you.
hear you.
Okay, I can't even see you.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you,
we
have,
don't
I
see
think
you
you have to
either.
activate your video again, and
Yeah, it took me totally off of like the thing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Discord is
This
just
is-
racist.
This is still a new feature that we're currently using
Mhm.
for Discord and right now, but just the overall video call connection thing has been freaking weird for us lately.
Yeah, especially on Mondays at 3 p.m. around.
Yeah,
Has it?
I have no
Specifically.
problem with
Oh my god.
on
Yeah.
and someone streaming a movie, and we don't have this many difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you have this problem on your podcast last?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Every
as
fucking week, I
severely,
feel like.
but
Yeah. So it's not just you, Bexy. It's
Mhm.
everyone.
You want to start doing a podcast at a different time?
could try it.
We could
do it on Tuesdays.
Discord.
Because I remember
That'll
how the
bring it.
earlier episodes, most of our episodes, we'll get 45 minutes in and I feel like we just started. But when there are this many tech issues,
Yeah,
we can't even
drags.
keep a coherent topic because it's just
Yeah.
constant interruptions and I am losing my patience, which is
Because
very
we
rare for
tried
me.
Skype, and it didn't work because it only showed 4 at a time. So we
Yeah.
could use Skype on weeks where we don't have anyone else but the core 4. But we don't like having just the core 4. That's a last what's the word I'm looking for?
That's if people flake. We have to do it. A ditch effort.
Mhm.
Yeah,
A last
We're
resort.
sick of ourselves, all right?
we tried a
We're
bunch
not
of
sick
things.
of you guys.
Discord's the best of the worst.
I understand you're sick
Yeah.
of me, but I'm not sick of y'all.
Yeah.
New solution.
boy.
We all just have to like commute over to a single location, probably in the Atlantic, since Bexy is here. So so no one has to travel too far, and then we
That's
can all
true.
meet there and have.
So you
the
got you
podcast
basically you guys have to come to the Carolinas because
Yeah.
Sig is only what, like 2.5, 3 like a 4-hour flight from me.
there. Okay, well that's
See-
fair, I guess.
Bixie's closer to me than California is.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should pick the average
Again-
distance between everybody. So we need a boat in the Atlantic. And then
yeah, like a nice catamaran, I think.
Well, as soon as this quarantine shit's over, I'm out.
hmm Exploring the world.
I'm heading north.
I'm
go.
hopefully going to head west at some point and never leave.
Yay!
Yeah, it's too dry out there for me.
I'd like to
I
go
need
up to
to be
Michigan
dry.
and live there
Fine.
permanently in my grandparents' farm and have a wonderful little time in my own little Stardew Valley world.
I don't even
Get
remember
out of here.
I don't even remember the state that Jaffe brought up when I made that thing about him and I moving in together, but I wasn't even kidding. Like, you want to pick a different state, Jaffe? I'm with you.
Yeah.
And that's not
I
even
just-
like outlandish for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like the excuse to travel, and if he and I are splitting rent, I could swing that right now.
There you go.
And that would be fine. I think Jaffe would be a very fun roommate. He and
Yeah.
I get along pretty well, and he's not there half the time, so that's perfect. Uh-oh. This is, This is just ridiculous.
Well, see, I was talking about making the trip, going to visit 3G, and then
Mhm.
going from there with Beast to his place to visit for a couple weeks or whatever, and then from there heading to Massachusetts. And
There you go.
Not going anywhere from there.
I was supposed to go to Baltimore in a couple weeks. That's obviously not happening. I'm pretty sad about that.
Yeah.
First,
was-
Chriselle's drinking coffee straight out of the brewer. Now Rose is eating Nutella from the jar.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to share with us.
She's been doing
Hey,
that.
no.
She's been doing that the last 3 times we've been in a video call with her.
I have
Yeah.
an addiction. It's
not
almost empty.
That is
I
just
think that's what it is that she's at the bottom of the jar, so it's more noticeable for us.
Yeah, I have to pick it up. Like when it's full, I just kind of scoop off the top and you don't see anything but the knife. But when it's
Sure.
almost empty, I have to pick it up to angle it right.
I'll tell you though, like get us like an actual spatula with a Nutella jar. It's like a whole game changer, and like
I
it
will at the
opens up a
very
whole
end.
realm of possibilities.
At the very end, I will. Right now, there's still enough
Beast.
Yeah.
that just the knife is good.
I just got an alert that a delivery happened
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
to your house.
Congratulations! What was it?
About to find
To
out.
your
it's a
house.
boy.
This is your dumbass headset and mouse, isn't it?
Well, it's the mouse.
What?
The headset just shipped.
Why are you?
Nice.
Oh, his whole thing was
Told you
not
there's-
wanting to move it twice. I'm like, well, I don't need your mouse.
I'm confused.
The
I think
rest
I
of the
missed
computer,
beginning
the
of this.
rest of the computer's going to be there. Ugh.
Beast is building Sig's new computer.
I am.
Okay.
Parts are
And
ordered.
Sig is
And I'm gonna
shipping
go visit
literally
and call it
everything.
All of it,
Okay.
And-
including a new
No,
headset.
Beast ordered all the basics of building the box that we needed.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I
Okay.
need to know what I can do for peripherals, and start looking through that stuff. And while in that process, I saw a mouse and a headset that I liked, and I was like, well, there's no point in keeping them here. I'll just ship them to the computer,
Aha.
and they'll be there.
Which
They can
apparently
hang out
is
there.
me.
They can be together.
Yeah.
At
It's
last.
very communal.
Forever and ever.
Makes
So,
sense.
With quarantine stuff going on, they're shipping all weird because it says next day shipping or 2-day shipping, and it's like, yeah, it'll be there in a couple weeks.
I
Yeah.
am so excited for
But,
my pink Model O. Oh, it's gonna be lighter weight and
No.
smaller and pink. But it's like a group thing that they're doing as a limited time thing. So they're not shipping until they're all manufactured.
Yeah.
So that could be weeks.
Next year
No
sometime.
way. No.
It's just I don't know at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's okay,
That's-
because I don't need it. I'm already using a Model O that I'm very happy with, so I'll just...
Well, not to
Mhm.
show off or anything, but I just got the first part of my PC build. It's a mouse mat.
Oh,
There you go.
And it's Disney Princess.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh,
obviously doing
yeah.
better than all of you guys. Seeing as
Yes.
we're flexing so hard.
Very
over
cool.
here, I thought I'd just join in. That's mine.
No, that's awesome.
that's
I
pretty
love
good.
you.
That's a solid mouse pad.
Well, it's a birthday present from my friend. She was like, "Here you go." You can, it was on my Amazon wish list, so she was like, "Here you go." I love
There
it.
you go.
I looked at mouse mats, and the one I want is like 80. But it's the
That's-
size of the
that's a
whole
lot.
desk. So.
$80? Oh my god.
Yeah, if
80
you need to
bucks?
like bring your mouse all the way around to the other side of the screen and just you need
I've
to get
been
that
there.
spot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's complicated.
I have a desk mat that
You
covers
have to
if you
my
need to use it
desk.
as a
around the
blanket,
back
that
of the
counts too.
keyboard sometimes. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
found is this
and also
is
if you want to just like spill a lot of coffee on it.
this is way more than a mouse pad at this
Yes.
point. It's just a whole
Mhm.
desk of just black softness. It's great.
It's called a
It's a-
gaming mat. When it's that big, it's just called a gaming mat.
Oh, that's gross.
It's nice.
Maybe like a
You said $80, Sig? Where are you
Something like that.
shopping at? That's $80.
Well, for getting it printed with the picture I want and everything.
Yep, that'll do it.
there you go.
Oh,
That'll do it.
Mine's a 36-inch long one that's like a foot wide or so, and it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But
I love you too, Big C.
Bexy's heard a lot of boasts in the past, but that one takes the cake.
It's 36 inches long. Yeah, no.
I,
Oh, jeez. Not a euphemism. I'm sorry. It's yeah. It's a
I'm
mouse.
glad I didn't say the size of mine then. Shit. I think
Yours
it's exactly 5
Diego
feet by
has
30
tabs on
inches.
it.
It's great.
Oh,
Don is
geez.
like, that's a whole human.
Might as well be like a blanket. You can just.
That's
pull
what
it
I've said. This thing could blanket a
There you
small
go.
child.
off.
Or a Rosa, because the Rosa's only 5'1".
5 feet by 30 inches.
Oh my god, it really could. Wow. I doubt that it would be as effective for that, though.
That's true. I couldn't wrap it all the way around.
But it's kind of a nice mental thing, where even though I almost never use more than a certain space, the fact that wherever my mouse needs to go in the provided game that I'm playing, there is no limit. Like, the chord is my limit, and that's a good feeling.
Well, see, the thing about it is I have a mouse mat that is like the size of that princess one that Bexy showed.
Mm.
But I'm also using a mouse that doesn't move.
Why do you even have a mouse pad?
That works, I guess.
The mouse pad is more just something to set a
It's
code.
Yeah.
Don't put things into
God
square.
damn it, Beast.
It's the no square.
I'm wondering
Yeah.
if, since I'm already uploading a recording of the show, if I should just pause everything, restart my internet, and come back. Because this is disgusting. This is...
Let's talk about him while he's gone.
Go.
What?
You what?
Do it.
Do it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
it.
do
Yeah.
it.
We'll
I'm
hold
gonna
down
pause the
fort.
show. I'll stitch this
We got
together
time.
in editing. It'll be
Yeah.
seamless for the viewers, but I'm gonna fix my internet and not come back until it's working.
Do a thing
Okay.
to mark time right now.
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. Something.
3:46.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recording,
Support material stuck on
Resume
the
the
back of this one,
timer.
trying to get off.
and you're just fine. Okay. If that doesn't fix the issues, then my patience is
what
really
will?
gonna run out. I don't know what else could. I've restarted my internet. If that doesn't, so I do have a little bit of comfort in knowing that my dad was having the same issues on his end with work stuff. So
Okay.
same issues. He was on whatever it was, Google Teams or something, and they were cutting in and
Yeah.
out, and he thought it was them, and then he found out that it wasn't. So, all right, at least it's not just me; it's the whole. So I think
yeah, so
yeah,
we
moving
talked
on.
about switching over to Google Teams in the hopes that it was Discord that needed to be changed, and apparently your
But
father
no,
has
it's Google Teams.
problems with Google Teams as well. So
Yeah, well, it was internet. I mean, that's what he was having problems with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everyone using the internet at the same time is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
There's only enough little internet bits or whatever they're called
Oh,
to go
even in the
around.
world.
Bandwidth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
the pipes are clogged.
Yeah,
I
the
was gonna
pipes are
say, I
clogged.
was like, our internet could handle the whole neighborhood going through it. I don't think that's the problem. I once had a friend just test me by like DDoSing my IP, and he was like, "Holy shit, this is
Like, wow.
this is taking a lot of juice." I was like, "Yeah."
That's funny.
That was a little fun thing though. We were just doing a little security check, and it was like a half-assed attempt, and it didn't even knock me off. I was like, "Holy shit!"
So my dad just informed me that the thing that I'm printing failed. So it's very.
Oh no.
This is the first printer jam that I've had with this new gray PLA stuff. The other stuff, the purple PLA, which I made this cute little sword with, yeah, it failed all the time. So this stuff is, I don't know. It was doing pretty well up until today. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just the Milotic that it just couldn't handle. So I don't know. Also, I was printing it in the garage, so that probably had something to do with it.
Oof.
So.
How much is a good 3D printer nowadays?
A
600 for a good one.
For a
Now,
good
that's if you don't want to tinker with it.
one?
If you want to get one that will require a learning curve and a bit of like messing around with, like meticulous little, I gotta turn this slightly this way, gotta move this slightly this way, then you're probably looking at about $200, which is actually the one that I got. It's Monoprice Mini Delta, and it's a special type of printer that doesn't print on a thing called a Cartesian plane. Instead, it uses
Oh, sure.
3 vertical axes. Did I lose you? Sorry. Anyway,
Cartesian plane.
Your plane.
Yeah, I like
it's
normal
X,
planes.
Y, and Z. This is Minecraft.
What is a Cartesian plane?
A Cartesian plane is a plane on Cartesia. No, it's like the X, Y, and Z thing that you always see in
So,
various.
It doesn't
Three-dimensional
use
plane.
coordinates.
Yeah.
to
Well, I
do
mean,
three-dimensional.
And mine, it takes those normal coordinates and translates it into just 3 vertical axes, and it just goes up and down to like move this little filament extruding head. It's like a precision hot glue gun.
You ever
And
want
it's-
to if you ever just want to sound like a genius, just refer to our basic shapes as Euclidean geometry,
yeah,
which is like Donna probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because like
yeah.
all basic shapes are Euclidean geometry. Euclid
Unless
came
you're
up with
playing
like the
Portal.
basic fundamentals of like what
Yeah.
makes a square, and it's so concrete. We've just not had a better way to describe any known shapes. So technically, all of our knowledge of geometry is essentially Euclidean. Not all
Yeah,
of
but
it, but the
A
main,
lot of it.
Portals aren't made of.
all legitimate
They're made out of
geometry. Anything that's not
obsidian.
Euclidean
we
is
know
like
of.
sci-fi, because
There's still portal physics.
he just suits everything. But nobody refers to it as Euclidean geometry. I found out recently that pentagonal dodecahedrons are all pentagonal. Like, you're not going to get a you're not going to get a dodecahedron polygon that's not, not with
not a regular one.
yeah. If you're gonna have 12 sides that are all the same size and shape, they need to be pentagons. So all dodecahedrons are pentagonal dodecahedrons. It's not. That was a huge disappointment to me. That was a blow to the gut there. That
Oh,
yeah. Can I actually
You
show it
say
behind
so-
me? It might be visible because I have my i9 box, which is right
Secret show. Told you.
yeah.
right there. That's a dodecahedron. That's how they shipped the 9900Ks. And
We
I
were
love
talking
that.
while
thing.
you were restarting.
Why
all
are
your
you my
stuff,
left ear?
I don't.
That's what?
What do you mean?
I
What
don't
happened?
know.
Yeah, why are you yelling at us?
Oh, you
Is
know
your
what
left ear
happened?
okay?
I changed nothing.
I got it. I got it. I've had this
Bixie,
problem
you're
before.
so pretty.
I somehow tugged on my
Oh,
cord. and
Rosa,
it-
you're so pretty.
You're so pretty.
No, Sig, you're so pretty. There you go.
I am.
I love you, Rosa.
All right, my cord got caught in my
Bixie,
chair.
we should
and then
go
I
to
pulled it
Disney
out.
World, and you should make us Disney bounding outfits. I would obviously I'd be Ursula.
Of course. You don't even need to dress up for that.
Hey.
Why? Just
I
being
wanna be
silly.
mean.
I wanna be Lumiere.
Who's Lumiere?
He's the little light bulb. No,
Candelabra
the
from
candelabra guy. Yeah. I want to be the clock guy. That'd be fun.
Cogsworth.
Cogsworth.
Cogsworth. Yeah. I think I'd make
I-
a good Cogsworth.
The clock guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
sake.
sorry. Haven't
You're
seen
not-
that movie in a while.
You're not hysterical enough to be Cogsworth. You don't break out into hysterics over every little thing.
You don't know that. No, I don't.
You need to speak in his voice as well.
I think if you were
So
any
much
character
voicing in
specifically
this.
from Beauty and the Beast, you'd be the father.
Oh yeah.
All your
That works.
Oh yeah.
But
The Tinker. Yeah.
okay, that's fair, I guess. I don't know.
with your enthusiasm for your projects.
Yeah, I think I even have the glasses.
Pretty
for it.
much.
Where did I put those? They're in the. No.
Oh, Bexy, you were playing The Forest, and we were talking about Farkit. And
Yeah.
I have never played The Forest.
Mhm.
But I thoroughly enjoy
Mm-hmm.
watching videos of The Forest, and I really enjoy Farkit. And
He's
when
funny.
when it got brought up, it was just one of those random occurrences where it's just like, wait, that's somebody I know. You know? But yeah, I like the way he does his intro and stuff. He's just like,
Yeah.
what is it? Hello everyone, Farkit here, or something to that effect.
I've seen those videos. He's pretty
Just
great.
like walking around.
I feel like there's a
guys.
missed opportunity there.
Yeah.
He could start his
He's
videos,
just
be like, all right, fark it, let's get started. And you could just
Yeah.
start every video that way.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Somebody
no,
needs
it's
to let
it's
him
pretty
know.
fantastic, and
Me
just
and
his personality is really good.
Yeah, I think I
yeah,
got
I mean,
forced because of him.
yeah. When obviously me and my friend have a game that we play off stream. We were playing it yesterday. We just spent the entire time doing different accents instead. I couldn't stop laughing.
That's great.
I've been hanging out in Discord a lot with people that I used to play GTA with, and
Mhm.
it's a bunch of Brits.
Uh-oh.
And so I told them they have to teach me how to be British so that if I ever travel, people don't know I'm American. But what's really funny is yesterday I was in Discord with like 3 of them for 2 or 3 hours. We were hanging out, we were playing different games. I was doing stuff on my computer. And my husband came in and he had asked me a question, and I went to say yeah, but I said it like with a British accent. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And my husband was like, what the fuck did you just say? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, no, you didn't say yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is yeah?
I think
my-
the true indicator there of a good British accent, or Australian rather, is how you say the word no. And you gotta like pronounce
No.
it with you gotta
R.
say no, but with a R. But also you have to forget that you're saying the R at the end of it. So it sounds kind
No.
of like nar.
No.
Was that good?
Exactly how
Nar.
iron sounds. Nar. Nor
Well,
what?
I mean, I could just talk like you guys all the time if I wanted to, but then you guys say, like it's an antibiotics, and it's just not right. So why would I do that?
That's
I
way
love it.
better than anything that we could do for the
Excellent.
Brits. So there you
No,
go.
I think my favorite thing is British people pronouncing.
H.
And that's
So
that's always fun.
playing GTA with these Brits, you know, we talk about the different keys on the keyboard every now and then because, like, as we go to new servers and whatnot, they have different key bindings. And the first time they told me the Z key, I said,
Oh, boy.
"What the fuck are
What the
you
fuck
talking
is the Z
about?
key?
What the fuck is a Z?" Apparently, Z is what Brits call the
Just
letter
Z.
Z, and I had no idea. They never talked about this in Doctor Who. I think we've lost Pixie a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, it's our first time losing Pixie, so
Yeah.
I had a stutter where I didn't stay frozen, so I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Yay.
Awesome. Oh no, I'm not picking up. I'm not.
You wanted me
picking
to
up
mark
any
the
of
time though. We lost about 7 minutes restarting my router, which isn't so bad. So
Yeah.
just mentally
Yeah,
think about 5:07 if you're going for the 2-hour mark there, but something to think about.
It says it's
5:07.
loading.
Or, you know,
Yeah.
adjust to your time zone.
Can you see
Sig.
me?
While you were
I
gone,
was gonna say
I,
507.
3 more minutes. See you guys.
While you were gone, Beast, I was discussing with the rest of them that if you would like me to, if you'll send me the OBS scenes, I will record them as well as like a backup for when we lose you. Because it's
Okay.
very rare that we lose both of us at the same time, and then you could fill in the gaps.
Whatever gaps. Yeah.
That would be too much effort.
Oh, okay.
I'm only gone for
Okay,
seconds
I
at a
was just
time.
trying to be helpful.
You would be, and
Yeah,
that would be
right.
great if I could be bothered. But that would be. This is supposed to be a
Can't be
low
bothered
effort,
for
fun
production
thing.
quality.
We'll give it a few years, then we'll go to that much effort. Well, I don't know. When I cut out, it's usually not 20 seconds at a time. But I think what I told my dad is I'm gonna just restart my router before every show now, and just
That's what
once
you
a week
said,
isn't
like,
a bad thing to do
literally
anyway.
10 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That I was gonna do that. Well, then we didn't
Yes.
have issues for so long. I stopped thinking about it. And the last few weeks have been hell.
Well,
Big
you
biting
gotta-
his
Add
tongue.
that to your checklist. You know, you wake me up and tell me to put my face on. You need to tell Beast at the
I
same
did.
time to reset his router.
I
He
did
did
for
for a
that.
while.
You did?
I did message Rosa to remind her that the podcast was coming.
Is there anything that you need to remind me of that I need to
Get your
do?
list.
Get my
You're
list.
showing-
Oh,
That
Oh, you're
list.
showing hell in your room.
I did
You
that
have
in the
Yeah.
group chat thing. No, for Rosa's, it's a separate thing. If I message her once and she doesn't respond, I call her and she'll answer it. You know, because it's like, hey, you're probably napping. We're old, so
Yeah.
I know how that is.
Yeah, he messages me, and if I don't answer, he then calls me. And I go, I know. And he goes, put on your face. I was
Put on your
sleeping.
face, let's
I
go.
know.
But yeah. No, I can add that to my checklist of things is to remind Beast to restart his router.
Fun.
This is what happens when I don't take a nap. Crayola box pukes
So one
on
of my
my
friends
face.
was watching this, and I just had a message pop up on WhatsApp from her being like, "Why are they saying no like that?"
Nah.
Is personally attacked.
I was like, "Yeah, I know, I
Hey,
know."
we were trying to do it Australian, to be fair.
Yeah, that was an Australian
Fair.
accent. So
Yeah.
That's another.
Can any of you do any accents?
No, not really.
Oh,
If
God,
I listen
no.
to the British one long enough. So, to be honest, if I listen to any accent long enough, I could do it for a short time.
Mm.
Like I'm what's called a natural mimic. So like when I was stationed in Missouri, I talked like people from Missouri. I could not say the
Yeah.
word sergeant. Sarn?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's how you say it. That's just how
Yep.
you say it.
Yeah. Yeah, sarn. No G. No T, sarn.
Mm.
And that
so bad.
it is. It is.
Right,
It's
it is.
terrible.
It's
And
terrible.
I live here in North Carolina right now, and they have accents too, but I don't hear it when I'm at home because my husband and I are both from California. Most of the people I talk to, like they have, the broadcaster accent, just no accent. But if I'm out at the stores or at the doctors and I am interacting with people from North Carolina, I just kind of slip just a little bit. It's a little more subtle than this. It's a little more southern than it really is. But like,
Yeah.
I just, it just goes. And I don't try to do it. And people might think I'm making fun of them, but I'm really not. I just kind of whoop right into it.
That is
Yeah.
so weird.
Oh, watching the accents shift.
Ugh. Wow.
It's very
Meet some of my neighbors.
The opposite
Right.
thing happened to me where I
I
just
have to do like
Uh-oh.
it's part of my job to do the different
Yeah.
voices.
Mhm.
That's true.
So
The American accent
Yeah.
was impeccable.
Yeah, it was really, it
That
was
was
really
great.
awesome.
obviously, like different characters have like different dialects. So like,
Mhm.
Snow White speaks very different to how Belle would speak and things like that.
Mhm.
So
With
Well,
the
it's 'cause
emote?
Snow White was from 30 years before Belle.
I had it happen that when
Yeah.
when I've spoken to the amount of people that I have online without any knowledge of where they're from, all accents sound the same to me. I don't even hear accents. I hear a person talking and some people say some things different than others and it just stopped clicking for me. And that was it. That's like I can't do accents. I mean, I've been working on my British one for a while and Iron would just lose his mind if I start talking like this because it's
Yeah,
a
you
little
that's
too
awkward.
perfect.
You still need to work on that a lot.
I'm not really sure I could nail it any harder. So the
His face, I think she was offended.
I'm like the chimney sweep from Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
whenever I talk like this,
Terrible.
I
Say
just
chim
lose their
chimney chim
minds.
chim chiroo.
No. Oh my god.
And I don't see the problem with it. So
Just a spoonful of sugar.
Yeah.
goodness me,
I know. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
it's
Dixie,
all
that was
right. It's all right.
That was the most Dick
was
Van Dyke
painful.
like bad
Yeah.
accent.
Everyone hated him for that. That really
I know,
bad
that's what I'm
talking.
saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
No
who
one
that is.
told them that was that bad, and they just were like, "Yeah, that's fine."
That's fine. You do you,
Let it
Harlan.
happen.
I mean, it's Dick Van Dyke. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna tell him not to do the accent?
Who?
I would have.
Yeah.
Shit.
Fair enough. I mean, Sig would have, but he didn't have any Sigs around him to tell him.
What's
to-
he gonna be mad at me? I don't care.
Right.
Dick Van Dyke.
Who's
So
the
I think we've established that I can do an American accent better than you guys can do a British accent.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's 94 years old.
The problem is that they're the different British accent dialects. So I need to listen to a specific one for a little bit. Otherwise, it just really gets all jumbled. And the thing with when Americans try to do the British accent, like Beast just showed us, they just go straight Cockney. That's like if when you're
Yeah.
doing an American accent, you went straight to the Southern accent. Like,
Yeah.
That's the same thing. And so when you're doing the British accent, you have got to just kind of be subtle about it, just a little bit at a time. Just a little bit. I don't know. That was a little more Australian. I need to listen more. But yeah.
Have you ever watched that one video? There's this video about like what English sounds like to people who don't speak English. It was put out a while ago, but it was just like this person saying a bunch of like nonsense words that sound vaguely English, but by the end of it, you're like, wait, do I speak English even? So it's a pretty good video.
I wonder if we could watch that.
Find it.
Iron has a good British accent. Yeah, well, that's good.
He has a really good British accent. It's very nice.
This has 48 million views. Wow.
Okay.
Where are you linking it at?
Actually,
Are you gonna show on stream?
you know what? I feel like this is a different video than I've seen before. Are there multiple people? Oh yeah, there are 2 of them.
Probably.
There are 2 of them. Let's watch a little bit of this one. It's 4 minutes long. We don't need to see the whole thing. I'll ping it in the group chat if you guys want to queue up at 0.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. All right, well, Donna can sit out.
I don't see Bexy being able to do that very easily with her phone.
Yeah.
We'll just narrate it for you, Bexy.
Yeah?
It's okay, Bixby. I'm not watching it either.
You're not going to watch it either?
Cool.
No, in solidarity for Bixby.
All right, enjoy. You guys ready to go?
So while they're watching that,
I was just going to not watch it.
Well, we don't have to watch it. It's funny, though. I'll link this in chat for those interested then, if we're not going to watch it. But it's cool. It's interesting because they have all the... I don't know, the sway. I can't think of the way that they say things. It's all there. But, like, they're not actually saying anything.
Yeah. All the energy and intonation and everything, but not any actual words.
And if it's in the background, you can't really tell that it's not English.
Yeah, it's like they're speaking in Simish.
Maybe I could play a snippet of it for the stream.
Eddie Prozna.
Maybe I could... Alright, so he starts reading... Okay, I can't find dialogue, screw it. It's just, it's interesting because Americans have a very interesting way of speaking compared to other people. They're very lively and active and specific with the way that they... I don't know. A lot of what they did in the video, to me, sounds like kind of typical cocky American, and it's so amazing when he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
What is she doing? I don't get it.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm entertaining myself.
Am I not saying anything worth hearing? I don't understand.
You know, it's funny talking about these accents reminds me of
You are.
Because that's what that means where I'm from, is shut up, I don't care. That's what I was growing up to understand. That's what that means. I don't know if that's your intention, but...
That does mean he's yammering on. When you're going like this, it means he's...
No, I just mean,
No, I
like,
know.
I don't know what to do with myself when you're talking about something that I have no idea about. And I'm just very conscious about interrupting and being like, actually, guys, let's talk about me instead. Because I'm here and it's like nearly 11 o'clock at night. But so let's talk about me. Like, I'm not like that. I'm just like, you guys are talking. So if you guys want to talk, I'll just entertain myself with the weird things that my paw can do. And I'll just listen.
I had that thing with... We were talking to Reese recently. He's from Britain as well. And they... Apparently, it's a very common greeting, like, are you okay? It's just what they ask.
Yeah, it took
like,
me a
you all
really
right?
long time.
But in America, that's an alarming thing. If you ask me if I'm all right, I'm like, why wouldn't I be?
Well, let me think about
I'm fine.
that.
Are you okay?
Did you hear
Let me tell you my problems.
And I watched the video. Tom Scott covered it on, like, different regional dialects of that kind of thing. And that's an alarming thing in America, but a very normal greeting in Britain. And apparently it's the other way. It's like, how are you? Is... in some regions, an alarming thing. Like, I'm fine. What do you mean? But like, that's just how we say hi. And it's kind of funny.
I had a British pen pal, and every time we would talk, he'd ask me if I was all right, and I was, why wouldn't I be? What did something in my like message make you think that I was not all right? Like,
yeah.
What's going on? But yeah. I broke a nail.
Oh no! Oh,
I know.
No.
It was shattered. I just popped it off.
oh.
Hey, you got some super glue? You could fix it.
I'm gonna fix it after. I've got a drill and everything.
Like, yeah.
It's a
what was that thing on
Tear up
5
the
minute?
edges and
What was that thing on
yeah.
5 Minute Crafts where you could fix it with ramen noodles?
Yeah.
Oh. I'll send you a time lapse of how I fix my nail. You'll be impressed, Chriselle.
There you go.
Starts with a
Yeah.
jackhammer, breaks out all the pieces, then
There's
rebuilds
a-
it
there's
step by step.
Polymer. No, I literally have when you're doing like it's like an acrylic substance, it goes from powder to
Yeah.
solid. And so oh my god. I literally have a drill and drill
Oh,
bits.
you weren't
for-
kidding. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
no,
Yeah.
it's literally a
Yeah, you
craft
need it.
project.
What'd you say,
Like
Vicky?
you don't get nails
that's-
like this just from doing nothing, right? Like
They don't grow that
That's
way?
Exactly.
essentially just a drilling.
yes.
Oh my god! Do you know what, Beast? You have like no idea about like girl things, do you? Rosa, can you like go over there and give him like some acrylic extensions, please?
That would be so funny.
Just imagine
Yeah,
him
I
like
think I don't
typing
think
on
I
his
need that.
keyboard with his giant
Yeah, with,
nails.
like his nails.
Well,
Yeah, he
I
wouldn't be
guess
able
at
to
that
handle
point they'd be
these.
like talons. Yeah.
That is so inefficient.
Click, 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 click.
What? Only if you don't know how to use your hands.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Well, my nails get just a little too long to where I'm pressing keys with my nails, not my fingers, then they need to go.
I
Yeah.
don't understand how you're like I don't have issues. And then some people are like, that's too long. And I'm
My fingernails are fugly.
I believe you.
Yeah, because I work in like machine shop, so I always have like this like thin layer of iron dust underneath of them that will not go away. So it's just yeah.
You've mentioned in the
wanna show you.
past about the amount of showers it takes to just get nowhere
Yeah.
with that stuff.
Like I'll show you the palm of my hand. Like this isn't going away.
Oh my god, even
It's
with the
just-
compression. So there's just
That is-
constant.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, that's
Wow.
what my
that is
hand
part
looks
of your
like.
hand.
Yeah, and that's just iron dust that just is stained into my hand.
Lovely.
Does
This
that
one's even
rub off
worse.
on stuff too?
No, it doesn't.
It's embedded
just
in the
on my
flesh of its
hand.
hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that safe? I mean,
And
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I mean,
now,
I
won't
work
we?
with giant
anything
9-ton lathes,
is
so
anything.
I
every
mean,
time
I'm not a
you've ever-
smoker.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if like, can you get any kind of iron poisoning? I don't even know if that's a thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to like ingest it, like any sort of iron dust or anything that would have
That's-
some.
that's not true. I take iron supplements.
Yeah, well,
That's what your project should be, Crucial, is an electromagnet for removing the crap from your hands.
You just need
Yeah.
a metal bender
great
to
idea.
extract it for you.
It's like that episode, or not that episode, the movie, the X-Men,
mhm.
when
Mhm.
they've been feeding the one guard extra
Yeah.
iron supplements, and then Magneto pulls it out of his blood.
Well, they did more than feed him iron supplements. What was her name? It was like
Sorry. Just playing with my pen.
Oh,
I see.
Of course.
Have
Horses,
you-
of course, of course.
have you still been working remotely here, Bexy? Any fun stories from that?
Yeah, I mean, the one I did when I was Aurora, the weirdest thing was like when they were like, "Hey, can we take a picture with you?" And I had to like sit there like this on Skype, and they're taking a picture of their kid next to the iPad, and I was like,
Aw.
This is
other
awkward.
than that- a lot of it's just been like video messages and stuff. Just like I did a ton of Elsa ones last week,
Right.
which is why she's still hanging out in the background there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I did lots of her, and I did like one for a charity that I work with where Elsa was like explaining that, you know, I know it's really hard at the moment, but it will all be okay, and I believe in you guys and all that jazz, you know.
That's kind of cool.
cute.
That's a genuinely awesome thing that you do. That's
Thank
really
you.
nice.
It makes me think about the amount of effort you put into that thing and how you're
So like
really
I
getting your
relate
mileage
to
out
her
of
a
it.
lot more in the sense that she's quite poised and quite closed. So when you're speaking, you're a lot more genuine with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Whereas when your characters like Ariel and Rapunzel, they're so much more excited about everything.
Yeah.
Be like, really excitable. Whereas Elsa's a bit more like, you can tell she really thinks about what she says. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I
Do you
always
guys
think
have a
about
favorite princess?
What's that?
Did I what?
Do you have a favorite princess?
Daisy. Does that count?
I meant Disney princess.
Oh, I get it. Why you
No.
said Daisy. I was so confused.
Belle.
Who's Belle?
Belle?
Beauty
and the Beast.
I have to think about that for a second.
I was not a Disney kid. Like, I saw Disney movies, but I was... Yeah.
I saw them all.
Is the
I did
the
not.
one, the princess from Brave, is that a Disney princess?
Yeah, Merida is
Merida.
definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Merida?
Okay.
She's a
That one's
Disney
fun.
princess because, she, once in a while, there's a day where she doesn't have to be a princess. And I think
That's
it's
awesome.
great.
Do you have a Merida costume as well?
Yeah, I do. Like, Merida's like one of my main ones. Merida and Cinderella are like my main two.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I do everybody. Like, the only one I don't really play at the moment is Snow White, but that's because my boss is like the best Snow White. I can do Snow White's voice and everything. I just haven't needed to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah,
So,
no.
my birthday is
Yeah.
also Clark's birthday,
Is it now?
and he loves Merida.
Oh.
Oh, would you like me to do a video
Wink,
for him?
wink.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, I can do a Merida video for him. Of course I can.
See, I could
So-
never be a party princess because just having all those costumes around my house, I would constantly be putting them on. I'd be like,
It's like, yep, this is my Monday
like
outfit.
if I wanted to cook, if I was about to bake, I'd be like, I'm gonna be Cinderella.
Comes out of her bedroom in a ball gown. The
Did not
neighbor
just
over
read
is just like,
I can
what?
I can do a good Belle voice
Okay, let's see.
All right.
if you like Belle.
Uh-huh.
You can judge it if you like.
I will.
I just finished reading the most wonderful story about an ogre and a beanstalk. Oh, thank you very much.
That was
That's awesome.
wow. Wow, you're so
That was
good.
actually good. That was
That
good.
I was not I don't know what I was expecting, but that was astonishing.
Thank you.
Even through the phone mic, it really sounded like
Yeah.
it was some kind of snippet of a Disney show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Might as well
Aw,
be
thanks,
cutting
guys.
in the
I
audio
knew
there.
you were good, but
That's awesome.
holy balls.
Yeah, I think if we're doing on a scale of like 1 to 10, that was like a 12, 13.
Wow.
Holy
There
shit.
you go.
Like I never doubted your skills, but I didn't know you were that good. Like I knew you were good, but you're like really, really good.
I thought it was just like
This
the
is gonna turn
costumes.
into
I
one of
didn't know
these
his voices
things.
too. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Apparently my order
yeah.
got here too, so.
This is gonna turn into one of those things where you just probably me going, okay, do this one now, do this one now.
This one next. This one next.
We'll save some for next time.
Yeah. Are they going to make a? Wait, have they made a sequel to Brave yet? Because they need to.
No,
What is
Yeah.
Brave?
No.
I should-
I don't think they would, to be honest.
The Scottish
Yeah.
one.
She's
don't
not
know.
popular
Sort
enough.
of touch.
It's
I thought it
heartbreaking.
was.
Kills me.
I don't know. I
Oh.
really liked that movie. But-
Yeah,
too.
that's good.
I watched Frozen 1 and 2. Those are the two that I'm versed on. They're good.
I haven't seen Frozen
Hmm.
2 yet.
I have no strong
I
opinions.
probably need to.
Sig does.
I have strong opinions.
Sig is not a fan.
I'm not a fan of
No.
2.
Yeah.
1 was good. 2 was a
It's-
shit show.
Really? Now
I
you
don't
got
know.
it.
I guess it. I don't know.
I was
I'm glad to have
disappointed
a
as
different
hell.
Song. Yeah.
I mean, a different
I
song,
can see why
okay,
you do
great,
that.
and everything, but it was just like it didn't have any story. It didn't have any meat. It just wasn't. It
Mm,
didn't hold up to the original movie at all.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
as far as
I
being,
get
as far
that.
as drawing you in and being like, all right, this is a story I can get behind. It had none of that.
Yeah, they were trying to do too much. I can't agree with that.
I
Yeah.
always
Probably
feel
watch it
like
some-
I am wholly unqualified to even speak on those movies because I am not their demo.
See, I knew that was coming because
Yeah.
he said that to me before. He was like, "You're
We've had
not
this
their
conversation
target
multiple
demographic,"
times.
and I was like, "Oh, I know, but I know that
Yeah, I
that's
didn't
bad."
like that they played it
Yeah.
safe and it wasn't as full of a. Their target audience wasn't looking for a thick plot. We're not
So
looking.
the target audience thing reminds me of on Mother's Day, or the night before Mother's Day, whatever, on an Animal Crossing group I'm in. The Nintendo services had gone down during the night, and so no one could visit each other's islands or whatnot. There was no online play with the other games either. So it had gone down. And someone had posted in one of the groups trying to be funny, being like, "Oh, this is Nintendo's way of saying to go hang out with your mom." And he was attacked so hard because Animal Crossing's demographic is really 30-year-old women. And we're moms, all right? We want to, when our kid goes to bed, we just want to visit each other's islands, wish on stars, do some trading.
While you sit
Don't
at
tell
home
us
and
to
drink
go spend
wine.
some time with our moms. We are the moms, and we want to play with each other while our kids are making the fucking pancakes, okay?
Fair enough.
Did you get it
He's
all
not
out there?
far off. My mom and dad are as into it or more so than my sister. And my sister's the one they got the Switch for. So my trio family members are just sucked into that game. They switch off.
My
I'm-
wife started a new farm in Stardew Valley without me.
Oh
so,
no.
Oh, the ultimate betrayal.
And she's gonna marry.
Have you
a
filed for
NPC
divorce
in
yet?
the
Or...
game. So yeah,
She's marrying an NPC.
yeah. In the other game, you can marry other players
Yeah,
in the
no,
co-op
I
version
know.
of it, but yeah. And so she was like, "I think I need to play my own game where I can do what I want and be an independent lady."
I'm
And
a
so
strong, independent woman.
So I felt a little bit left out there.
I
but
want to marry the purple-haired NPC, okay?
Yeah, I think she's going for, I don't know, not Penny. Penny's she's mean, but I don't know.
My sister was
Maybe
trying to get
Caroline.
married in Animal Crossing for one time. She ran around with a veil for a week and then just gave up. I don't know the specifics of it. I didn't ask, but it was funny to me.
Is that an actual game mechanic in the
I
game?
have no idea.
No, not that I'm aware of.
So that's the thing.
Okay.
She might have been kidding. It's all the same to them. It doesn't matter. They make their own fun.
Yeah. And that's the best type of game, honestly, where you can do your own thing and make your own fun.
I feel like somebody who...
Yeah.
I feel like the person who was explaining Minecraft to people, because all I keep asking them is so what do you do? And then they list all these chores, and then I'm like, okay, so then what do you do? Once you're done fishing and the stock trading and you're decorating your house, then what do you do? And they're like, no, that is the fun. I was like, oh?
Wait, this is Minecraft.
And that's how I felt with Minecraft. People are like, okay,
Yeah.
but what do you do? I'm like, this, and that. I'm like, all right, when that's out of the way, what do you do? I'm like, what do you mean out of the way? That's what I do. These are the things. We decorate our houses and
It's just sandbox games. That's how they.
Once I'm done decorating my house, I build another fucking house.
decorate that one too.
Decorate that one.
I'll decorate it harder than the first one. I'll use carpets.
Speaking of decorating
colors.
houses and Animal Crossing, I noticed one of my outdoor decorations on my island, was missing some things.
Dun dun dun.
So I was like, where did my floor lights go? What's going on? Clark took them and put them in his house.
Oh shit.
So I took a closer look around. And Clark had been cannibalizing from our outdoor decorations to decorate his house. Instead of just asking me for things, he was just taking. He had taken down, I had a farmer's market set up. He took down half of that. He took one of the couches from the cafe.
He's like, it's
He's learning that
going.
he's learning that it's better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
He didn't even do either. I was like, Clark, did you take the lights? And he was like, yeah, to decorate my house. And I was like,
Oh, all right.
okay. There was was no apologies there. He just was like, yeah, so what?
What are you gonna do? Sue me?
Yeah. That was basically the attitude he had about it. Like,
I'm with
sucks to
Fibro.
suck, Mom.
Fibro's in chat saying that the fun in Minecraft starts when you kill the dragon. Or for a lot of people, that's when it ends. I'm in the same
they're like,
boat.
well, that's the end of the game, and it's like, no.
You gotta fly.
We're just getting started once that dragon's dead. Once that's out of the way, you've unlocked that third dimension, and gloves are off.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
In Minecraft, when you kill the Ender Dragon?
Me
I
neither.
never actually killed the inner dragon other than in creative.
What?
Yeah, but when you do it, and then you go through the portal, it says the end, and it shows you the credits.
Question mark?
You've been on
Yeah.
worlds where the dragon had been slain, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh boy. Alrighty then.
You've got work to do.
Hey, Rosa, I still have that field nice and laid out, and you just need to
I
build a
know.
little Animal Crossing / Stardew house there, and you got yourself a full farm.
All right. You'll have to let me know when you get on, Chriselle, so you can lead me to this farm, because I've only been on the server once, and it's so vast that I don't know
Yeah,
where
they
anything
made it
is.
simpler actually. So
And
it should be a little
Tom
more
like
intuitive.
led me through like the Nether, trying to get faster somewhere, and then I just died, of course, because I just joined and like I
Sig
didn't
does
have
another
any
too.
armor and
Die. Yeah.
it was
Sig
I
does
just run into
hectic.
walls and get exploded
There's-
with little.
There should be a harder Minecraft boss. Oh, there is. It's Pablo.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It combat logs whenever you attack him, so you can't win.
Is he watching this right now? Because
Probably not.
Pablo, definitely not.
Tom, Joe, and I have a plan.
He
I
wouldn't
think-
even
no,
pretend
it's
to care
either
about the
Matt or
podcast.
I think it might
Although-
be Matt.
We do have potential spies in chat, so careful.
I wouldn't give away plans right now.
I can see at least two people, Barry and
Uh-oh.
Choo Choo, who would. Although they're cool, right?
Are we cool?
Well,
Are we
Choo-Choo-
cool?
I think Choo Choo would actively try to help.
Yeah. No offense to
Would.
Pablo, but the mannerisms in which he uses to communicate oftentimes lead people to wish death upon him.
The
And,
king needs to fall.
Virtually, not in real life.
That is the most politically correct way I
Yeah.
could have said that. And a lot of it's just like that annoying kid in class, you know? Like his whole being is not dying, which makes everybody else just want to kill him.
I did break his what do you call it? The totem of undying. I broke that once
Cool.
with a macro and a splash poison
I
potion.
guarantee he has shulker boxes of them on him.
Yes, he does. He probably had like 3 in his
Right.
hot bar.
Raid farms will fill up double chests. He probably has
Yeah.
at least 28 on him at any time.
I just built the first raid farm on the server
Okay,
like
So-
a couple days ago.
there you go. I need to hop back on. I haven't really done much on lately, and yeah, I wanted to do like a tour eventually. I thought that would be kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. I treat
'cause-
Minecraft too much like my parents and sister treat Animal Crossing. It's a second life.
Yeah,
I can't. That's too much.
I don't even play it. I've never played it, so I have that's my contribution.
I've said it before that I think I've spent 5% of my lifetime on this earth playing Minecraft, and I'm not exaggerating, and that is enough for me so far.
Every time someone adds me on Nintendo, they like to comment on how much Animal Crossing time I have, and because apparently it shows it to potential friends. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why, Nintendo, why you got to do me dirty like that? Because then I get messages from my friends, especially if it's like real life friends. Get
like, wow,
messages
are
on
you okay?
Facebook. Yeah. How do you have over 300 hours on this game? Like, why you gotta do me
300?
dirty like that, Animal Crossing?
Bitch, you
They're
don't
like,
know
it's
my life.
only been out for like a month.
Oh my god!
Don't worry about that, sweetheart.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
don't
that.
worry about it. That's that flesh.
You had 300 hours in the first month? That's 75 hours a
You know,
week.
just say don't worry about it. You know, just Hey, don't judge me.
That is
twice
double
the-
a full-time job.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That's
Holy
double a full-time
shit.
job.
I have insomnia. I don't sleep.
Oh my god.
It's like a night shift in Animal Crossing. That works.
Bexy, what's the most time you've ever spent in a game? Yeah, that's right. Every time I see that pen
I
get
don't know,
near your mouth, I'm
actually.
gonna ask you something.
I don't know actually. I know I put a lot of time into Stardew.
Mhm.
But I can't remember off the top of my head how long. Obviously I've put a lot of time into Tomb Raider because I've like completed it several times. So,
It's a good game.
but I honestly couldn't say. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you think it's Stardew or Tomb Raider be your most played there?
yeah, easily I would have thought so because in Stardew you can put hours on, can't you? Because it's just so
Yeah,
chilled.
it's always like one more
And,
day.
You know, yeah, exactly. I'll go to bed after this day, and then 3 hours later you're still there.
Yeah. One more block, one more
so-
day.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go, oh well, now it's like the 20th. I might as well complete this the season.
There's
Yeah.
no
Just keeps
real
going
like
on. But yeah,
natural.
apart from that,
There's no real like natural stopping points in that game, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
the season.
no,
yeah,
not
yeah.
really.
Well, I mean, the end of the season, end of the day, that kind of works as those, but
Because
Yeah.
Minecraft
Yeah.
does not.
Yeah.
That's
At all.
that's the time sink for me personally.
Mhm.
It's hard for me to stop before 10 hours because there's just no stopping. I'll get a text and then oh, check it quick, set it down, I'll get back to that in a second. Hours will go by before there's anything in Minecraft that's automatic where I had to stop for a
Yeah.
second. It's a dangerous game. That's
No, it's funny. Like people who come into your streams and stuff were always like, "Dude, you've been playing for like 9 hours? How? How are you still streaming?" And it's like 9 hours.
blocks to
Shit.
mine.
Fucking
Thought it was
rookie
3.
numbers.
Okay,
So I looked
wow.
up and it was the next day. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
It wasn't light out when I started.
Yeah.
Oops.
I can't even exaggerate how many days I've spent doing that. The amount of summers I spent going to bed, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 8 a.m.
Mhm.
I
Wait
used
through
to
the
do that
day,
on
right
single
back on.
player all the time, and I mean
Yeah.
sometimes
Had to be on a server.
yeah. I don't think I could go back to the single player quite as
Mm-hmm.
well as now that I've been playing on Minerva for a while.
Because you get the best of
Uh,
both. You can
Yeah.
have a single player existence off on your own, but then people can come by and you can visit their stuff and you can borrow lots and lots of materials that you never intend on returning just to further your own ambitions, and it's a
And
good
they
way
can
to keep
store
going.
your little banner shop that you made for no reason
Then you
because
can
it's cute, fun.
then you can yeah.
I know the single player existence along with the multiplayer because in order to play modded a lot of the time, I just play that by myself because,
Yeah.
it's hard to get it all set up with multiple people to play the same mod pack on a server and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of extra steps. So, more often than not, when I want to play a mod pack or something, I run that single player. But there's a lot to do in those.
Yeah.
That's very like hands-on crafting for multiple little things, so a lot of the time I don't even worry about not having someone to hang out with and stuff. I'm busy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We've done a couple mod packs
Right,
together,
busy
Sig.
months.
There's
Well,
FTV.
Clark has a mod pack server. I'm just saying.
I know.
Fibro mentioned when you start in the morning and your 15-hour batteries on your headset expire. It's like, oh no, I've been going too long. You want to see the real sync is what I've done, where I've put on an easy to watch show like The Office, or I recently did Lock and Key on Minecraft last time I played, or just any show on Netflix, something that's easy and has a lot of episodes. Oh, those hours will just slip by. I mean, they will vanish. It's unreal. It's amazing. Because you get the focus of the game, but the entertainment of the show. And you just ride that for as long as you want to go.
Best of both
No.
worlds.
How long, Bexy? How long have you been playing The Forest? Is that a new game to you, really?
I got it maybe about a month ago when it was on sale on PSN,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize the whole time my best mate Hannah had it. She had it on PC, so she got it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And we have one of our games is on day 141, so we have put an awful lot of time into that one, which is why we then decided it was a really good one for stream, because you can sort of do it same as when I stream the Tomb Raiders. I can like walk people through it a bit easier, and then the only times I'm really concentrating hard is if there's like combat, and then otherwise I can just talk to people. So
You were getting decent viewers on that stream, I saw. About 20 people hanging out in there, not bad.
Huh?
On your stream, you had a few people hanging out.
Yeah, it's like only my second one back, but yeah, it's been really nice.
Doing all right. Is Forest a heavily streamed game? Maybe you could corner that market.
It's streamed, but not heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some days I've kind of looked into that myself too. Like, I mean, there's some days when there's only like one or two major streamers, and then the rest is like very few like single person or single viewer streams. So
not a bad game to play. Forest was giving me heavy sea vibes. Remember that show, Sig? Sea, where nobody could see.
Yes.
And they were all in the forest and whatnot. And that just like that post-apocalyptic situation, I don't know. The small glimpse I saw of Bexy's Forest gameplay was very indicative of that. I was like, wow, you're just surviving out in the forest, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, Sig stayed longer than you, so I guess Sig likes me more.
Wait, what? I missed. Wait, what? Sig stayed longer. Oh, I had shit to do, okay? And you still gave me crap about doing stuff in the middle of the show. I left no sooner than I could. Or no longer than I don't know the right way to phrase that.
Yeah.
I left.
To stop by sometime.
I left at the latest possible time I could. Whatever. I had stuff to do.
You stayed as long as you could.
Yes. I don't know how to phrase that.
Lord is over here stroking.
as far as the games go though, like is that the kind of games that interest you, is like the Forest or Tomb Raider or whatever, or is it a wider range
the
than
Tomb Raiders. Yeah, I mean the Tomb Raiders, they're games that I'm very good at. I'm very good at anything that has there's sort of like a storyline that's quite linear, but then there's a lot of puzzle challenges and stuff. So Tomb Raider I've always been good at. Stardew again is just chilled. The Forest is quite different because although I'm not massively fond of horror, I really like, in a similar aspect to Stardew, in the terms of like you have to, you got to produce your crop and farm it and stuff. It's the same in the Forest. You've got to survive. You've got to, it's more the survival aspect of it. Like fun. We need to find a place where we can get water. We need to find a place we can do that. So yeah, it's I guess I'm sort of into a bit of everything, I guess.
It's like Stardew Valley but creepy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With monsters.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you can only carry 2 logs at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The log sleds, the glitchiness of the log sleds in that game is some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a long time.
I think she's
Target
frozen.
had one that like fell through the earth.
Muted beast. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And then it started falling from the sky, and it just went right on through the earth again. So it was just a constant, just fucking falling from the sky thing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Things like that. Or trying to build a raft with all kinds of crap on it and not have it just glitch out and go
Any given direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it will just go and gone.
I haven't played the Forest.
Yeah.
There's a bug.
It's good fun.
Don't do well with horror.
There's a bug in Minecraft where when you got for one snapshot, I think when you got out of a boat, you'd be anywhere. It was like a massive radius, and you could be in the middle of the ocean. So I don't know. I remember that distinctly. Bexy, you've been frozen for a little while. It's a great freeze frame, nice and smiling.
Yeah,
but
it is. It's very.
You guys are
well
frozen
lit
for me as well.
maybe if you reconnect quick, you should be. It'd fix it. I don't know.
You guys are frozen for me, so.
Right. So if you quick Disconnect, reconnect might, I don't know, solve it.
All right. Hold on.
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe.
know.
Let's try it.
The stakes are insane. They've never been.
Dun dun dun.
Is Forest a new game?
What's that?
What's that?
No. Been around for a little
Forest
bit. At
has been
least.
around for 4 or 5 years.
Has it been getting constant updates? Because I remember, like, at some point, I mean, I don't know. It feels like they have been
The update schedule has slowed down significantly.
Okay. Well, it's probably
But
more
it is-
feature complete now.
I was figuring
It is
that.
still
Are
good.
they done?
I heard
No, it's still getting
Terraria recently just put out its final update, like major update, aside from like bug fixes and such. So
Right.
no more Terraria updates, and I need to get around to playing that at some point because I have.
Hey, Bexy's back.
Is that a
Well,
good thing? Like
moving
Terraria's
on.
just done?
I mean, it's like not a bad thing, but I mean, there's just like nothing else that's going to be added to it. I mean, I think there is a fairly sizable modded community in Terraria. I'm not sure, but I mean, I think it's probably a good thing for people that enjoy modding the game because they know it's not going to change and mess up their mods later on.
That's true.
So, yeah, I think that at that point, it's just free game for everyone.
Those
So-
poor modders in Minecraft. They probably spend more time updating their mods to new versions than they do actually adding new
Yeah.
features.
Right.
We lost a lot of good 1.7 mods.
Advantage.
Lost a lot of
There's
good
an
1.12
advantage to this
ones,
thing
too.
constantly freezing.
Yeah?
What?
What's that?
Yeah, is that Sig is like permanently smiling and he has a lovely
That's what he's always
smile. I
doing.
just want to throw
I
that
try.
out there.
I always freeze on the worst faces. You don't have to tell me. It's okay.
Oh man, when Rosa froze earlier, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Rosa was like,
Oh, bless her.
yeah.
Oh, that's just my face.
It's great though.
No,
She still looks
no.
beautiful.
It was a good one.
That's interesting that they're done with the updates, though, because nowadays every game is just getting updated constantly.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
what people
because
expect.
Nowadays, they're just putting out half-ass content so that they can put something out and people
Yeah.
will buy it and they can sell DLC.
And I think on top of that, like updates kind of build hype within their own like
I'm disappointed.
community per se.
I grew up with Nintendo, where the shit came on a cartridge, and that was all you got. It was done.
Yeah.
Same.
That's-
It was a whole game.
Not Nintendo, but same. I grew up
Yeah.
on Xbox and DS, where when you bought the game, you were buying the game.
You owned it. It was yours. It was a
Online
physical thing in the
patches
world.
didn't happen unless something was fucked. And
Oh, hush your mouth, Fibro. You were there.
it was like the care package glitch in Modern Warfare 2. It was like one of the only major updates that I remember getting pushed as a kid. Because when you bought Grand Theft Auto, that was it. You're good. You
Yeah.
have the game. It was done. They came out with DLC,
Yeah.
but that was essentially it. When you bought Borderlands, there were no updates. That was it. Pokemon
is,
Diamond and
how it
Pearl,
is.
I see you guys in chat. No, I know exactly what you're saying. You get the game, bugs and all. They couldn't update it if they wanted to. Try and fix my copy. You know?
Gray.
You're not getting to it.
Yeah, Fibro was definitely there. I had to wait in line behind him at Blockbuster to rent things.
Fucking Blockbuster.
I never got any games from Blockbuster, yeah. Bought
We
all
only
my
got
games.
movies, and
I
yeah,
rented some
I
movies.
kind of miss going to Blockbuster, but
I
also I
rented
really like
whole
downloading
game-
movies.
I rented whole game systems from
Yeah.
Blockbuster before.
I remember getting all excited, renting like 5-6 movies, watching one, and then getting too tired, and then never following up on the rest.
Mm.
I don't like the idea of renting anything like that, frankly. I want to have it. I don't want to
Yeah,
have this window to enjoy a movie and then spend money again down the line. Screw that.
yeah. I
Especially
don't.
with gaming. You rented whole consoles?
Mm-hmm.
How
I
does that
remember
work?
seeing those.
Well, they're like the Super Nintendo Entertainment System and Legend of Zelda for for that system. You could rent the whole thing. It was like $15 for 2 days or something like that. I don't remember. It's 30 years ago, but yeah, you could rent the whole system and one controller and yeah, take it home with you for a couple days, bring it back. So,
Why?
Because
Because
some
not
people
everyone could
didn't.
afford to
Some
have
people
one.
had an Atari and didn't own the Super Nintendo, but
Yeah.
they wanted to play that new game that came out on the Super Nintendo.
Was 2 days long
So
enough to
Blockbuster was
finish
like,
it?
well, we can have. Well, sometimes it depends.
sometimes it's just enough to say, "Hey, I'm going to get that."
Yeah,
It might
it's
be
enough.
nice to-
It's enough to
Yeah.
Yeah.
decide you're gonna buy it.
I can get that.
You know?
Yeah.
or it's enough to say, well, I'll rent it again next time I come through here, or something like that.
'Cause
You don't have to finish a game in one sitting sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't love the argument that you can't afford it, because if you have $15 now, you could probably have another 15 later, and then depending on your income, I'm not gonna assume everybody's good
Disagree
there.
with you on that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, because if you
know,
don't have enough
that would
to,
be like saying to me, well, why can't you afford a PC? You have a monthly income. Yeah, a monthly income's got to go on stuff.
that's not what I'm saying. You're not renting a PC,
Well,
like
what if they saved up to get that 15?
that's what I'm saying.
You know,
You save that
$2.
15, save it here and there
But
and there.
if it takes them that long to get the 15, it's worth it to have it for a little bit. Then it might be years before they could save up hundreds. What if it took them months to scrape 15? Especially 30 years ago.
Yeah, kids were getting $1 or $2.
$15 was a lot of money.
Yeah.
True. Boy,
Especially if you
I
were
don't know.
somewhere poor.
Yeah.
Or if you're
My
a kid with
brother-
no actual budget and way to make money.
So
I don't wanna-
mentioned this. I mentioned this before we started this whole podcast today. My brother ordered a sous vide machine, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
the hot water bath for heating food up in a bag, vacuum sealed bag,
I think I've seen that.
and he is trying, and I think he needs help.
Oh no.
He's over there with his pen.
Just hold
My-
him there, sick
You
brother.
tell him 15 minutes, yeah?
I told a joke about that earlier. I said, "Yeah, that makes a pretty good steak, but not a very good salad."
Yeah,
I cracked
salad.
myself up earlier. It's funny.
I got a chuckle out of it.
Thanks.
Oh.
But yeah, we have one as well, and we made really good steaks with it. And I mean, you get that in there, mostly done and cooked up. Then you put it on the grill just to get some little char lines on it.
Sear.
And yeah,
Please don't give
it's
my husband
super.
so many ideas. We have so many kitchen gadgets and whatnot, and we honestly don't cook often enough to need all of them. Like, we have a food processor, we have the slow cooker, we have the instant pot, we have a whole set of knives and knife sharpeners. So we're, all fancy. We've got stock pots and blocks galore. Like, just,
You have a cotton candy machine? Because I think you need one.
we do not have one.
I got one a bit ago. And
We've
used
got
it
2
once.
waffle makers, a griddle. Like, I mean, to be fair, every major holiday we do host. We do have like 20-something people in our house every major holiday. This Easter was the first Easter I did not have like 50 people in my house, because normally we host Easter. I cook, the kids play outside, blah, blah, blah. COVID
fun
fucked
thing.
that.
Yeah.
But so we do enjoy cooking, but on a daily basis, we do not cook enough to do that. Oh, pasta. Yes, we have a KitchenAid mixer with all the attachments. We make pasta from scratch. We have a bread maker. Like, I could just, if you walk through Home Goods just with your hand out, or not Home Goods, but I can't even think.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Try goods.
You just walk through touching all the gadgetry. I bet we have it. Other than the thing you're talking
home appliances is what you
about. Yeah, home appliances. There we go.
I'm
Yeah.
fortunate
No,
to
I,
have a mom that gets into that a lot. She likes her little projects and tackling those new recipes. We got an air fryer for Christmas, and she has been
Oh, yeah, we have one of
loving it.
I
Yeah.
find myself more disappointed with all the stuff I have at home because of working in the kitchen, where I have much cooler gear.
Yeah.
Big boy
Mhm.
toys.
Yeah. You just got to bring your food to the kitchen and then just sneakily cook it on the side. And
Sometimes I do, and I'm not sneaky about it at all. Just
Okay,
walk right in and be like, "I'm cooking a steak."
Just don't mind me one bit.
Bexy, what's your favorite dish to cook?
Don't need the grill for a while.
I mean, I don't cook in my house. I really don't. Every time I've tried to cook, I've just really badly burnt myself. So if it doesn't just have hot water poured into it, or you can't just, put a slice of bread down and put something on top of it, it's not really for me. The things I can cook, I can make a relatively decent omelet.
I love omelet.
But that's about, I mean, I don't know. I'm often too tired to cook as well. I just,
Yeah. No, I know that.
What do you make an omelet with?
You get it.
How do you make your omelets?
I was going to say, when you said, how do you make an omelet? I was like, well, with
No, how do you make your? Oh, yeah.
What's your way?
Okay.
Just, well, I put cheese in mine, but I don't put any, I might put a tiny bit of butter in the pan, but otherwise I don't put like milk and stuff in it. I know a lot of people swear by when they have like scrambled eggs, putting like milk and stuff in it makes it more creamy, but I think if you've got good quality eggs, you don't want to put stuff like that in because you want the flavor of the egg.
Yeah.
Sound like I know what I'm talking about. Just like
I know, I can see that working. It makes sense.
No, it's
so...
she's not said a thing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's high praise from Sig, our resident cook.
Yeah.
Oh, I can smell something.
I've been cooking professionally for 20 years now, and people who put milk in their eggs, it baffles me. I don't understand it.
Sig, do you have any single cook friends who I could just hook up with so they could just feed me for the rest of my life?
Maybe.
Thinking about it.
Maybe. He's gonna pick somebody he doesn't like, convince him to move to Britain.
Yeah.
Why would I do that? Hell no.
Get him out of there.
No, but that would be putting them on Bexy. I'm not doing that. I like Bexy.
I'll be out of there anyway.
Oh Lord.
Uh-oh. What's going on out there? Oh, is he
Vacuum
a cow?
Yeah, giving his attempt.
It's the vacuum sealer machine.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to warn y'all about. It looks like he needs help. That's what I thought was about to happen.
I had that kind of thing from a plumber today. They came by and did what plumbers do, and they were in and out of here so fast it made my head spin.
Oh wow. Is that what happens?
Did what plumbers do. Yeah, he stuck a thing down our drain and got rid of a clog, and
came down and cleaned out your pipes, huh?
They were here for like 15 minutes. Jesus.
Jammed the
You two are just having a ball with us. I know.
Four of us. Well, you're like talking seriously. The rest of us are over here.
I know. You guys are all excited about me getting my pipes cleaned.
We're all being
I've got visions of like a plumber coming in and you being like, and he can be, this guy walks in and he's like, hey, do you need your pipe cleaned? And you can be like, yeah, come check out how many gigabytes of RAM I have. Like, you know what I mean? That's like kind of what I imagine your flirting would be like.
That is not the metric I would brag about in my computer.
Oh, yeah. I totally sprung a leak.
Bends over slowly. God, you guys.
No.
Funny how I'm always getting hit for my young
to...
age, yet the four of them are the ones losing it right now.
Super childish.
Jesus.
I mean, it doesn't really go away. You just are kind of stuck.
Milotic. M-I-L-O-T-I-C. That's my profile picture.
Yeah, no, really though. You had a plumber come by. What was the issue?
I don't even know anymore. It was a clogged drain. It was very unexciting.
Okay.
So
the water was
have trades round.
Mm-hmm.
Have what round?
Because trades, so like plumbers, electricians, because we can't have that yet.
Oh, yeah, America. That dude wore a mask that didn't cover his nose, and when he came in with the bill, he had just done away with the mask. Like, what's the point? What's the point? Honestly, I think the mask was less for COVID and more just because he was plumbing. I think it was just...
I had a plumber, our old house. Plumber came through, the stuff was backing up. It was so gross. And he came through and he like snaked the pipes and whatnot, and it was like full of hair and feminine products. And he tried to blame it on me. Yeah, he tried to blame it on me, and I was just like, for one, this is a wig. I'm bald. Definitely not my hair. And then the feminine products thing, I don't get a period. Like overshare, but like I've got medical issues. It's not me. And then like how his friend's house, a military base, went off of what he said and tried to blame it on me. And I was like, I will bring in a note from my doctor. I promise neither of those things came from me.
Yeah,
physically not possible.
Yeah, it's
It's weird how people just like make assumptions and like they continue to believe their own assumptions after you explain things to them in as clear of a manner as possible.
Yeah, I can see the nerd knee-jerk reaction. You find hair and feminine products, plumbing. You're gonna be like, "Oh, you're the only woman in the house."
You did. No, it's,
So if it's not from you, where did that come from?
Rude about it, you know.
Previous tenant.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Still in there. Jesus.
Well, so lesson for all you ladies in the chat: tampons are not flushable. If you flush your tampon or your pad, you're a fucking idiot. I don't care what your mom said.
Even I knew that.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many
this goes down the toilet.
Disposable wipes aren't flushable either.
Yeah, nothing goes down the toilet other than your poop, your pee, and tissue.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's why we use toilet paper. It's meant to break down. It's designed to do that.
You'd be surprised how many women, because they were raised like so shamefully, that are like, "Oh no, I have to hide this. I have to flush it."
Thing that all women need to do.
Yeah. Like, so like I don't have those womanly problems, but all my bathrooms have a trash can that's lined and feminine products if you need anything. Like, and single fellas, you got your own place, do that to your bathroom. Your lady friends will thank you. At least have a trash can with like the grocery store as bag as the liner. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
I was
pipes
taught
don't
that.
get fucked up. Yep.
I was taught that very early on.
I know I'm a stream mom. I got a little ranty. I'm sorry. This is a thing that I'm passionate
Someone
about.
needed to hear it. Someone needed to hear it.
Well, so many people, like, they're, like I said, they're raised so shamefully, so full of shame, that they're not taught proper things.
People get awkward about using the bathroom like it's something so private. I'm like, you should do it in private, but everybody does that.
They even wrote a book about it.
One book?
Everybody poops. It's a book.
Yeah.
I do not. How presumptuous of you.
I think it's really funny when people talk about going on like first date or like dates in general, if someone you're not like fully committed with, and like, oh, not wanting to eat a lot in front of the other person, or like, oh, they don't want to use the restroom at their house. Like, if you hear me ripping ass in your bathroom, you're listening too closely. I'm in the bathroom. Like,
mind your own business.
Turn up the TV. Like,
yeah.
And if I want to eat a whole order of cheese fries,
there might be a level of politeness and modesty on a first date, but I get it. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
well,
like
I'm not saying rip ass on them, but if I'm in the if I'm in the restroom, if you know my ass is gonna touch that toilet, you don't get to judge what happens from there.
Oh
like,
my God.
Just go to the bathroom before they get to the point where they want to take you home, and then get it all done somewhere else. I don't know.
That way, if you do any serious damage, it's not at their home.
Yeah.
Valid.
Some local establishment.
So I'm the worst person.
I know. I'm sorry, chat. I got mom ranty. Like, I was like, I need to teach everyone right now.
They've been taught.
I'm that person though who, if a guy was like, "Hey, do you want to come back to mine?" I'd be like, "Yeah, we're gonna play chess." Like, just. I'm starting to think maybe there's a reason I've been single all this time.
You could be more pushy with it. Oh yeah, I'll grab my chessboard.
You're gonna
I'm gonna put my bicycle in it.
Like that scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where she brings him up for tea, then like opens the door and she's nude. Like, so where's the tea? did you forget something?
So where is the tea? Yeah.
Hell yeah, baby. You shit with that? Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
That juicy dumper.
I saw that. I don't even know. Somebody posted on Discord. Somebody responded. It was in like within the responses to some attractive girl or whatever. And somebody said, "Fuck yeah, I want some tea." And I felt like the only person who got that. Oh, it was so good.
I love the really awkward, like vulgar pickup lines like the, you shit with that ass. And they're like just trying to get a reaction. And it just makes me laugh. I've got 3 brothers. I enlisted when I was 17. The times that you
haven't heard.
genuinely shock me is very few and far between.
Yeah.
Like I've quoted him many times, but like I love the time I was streaming and someone came in and were like, "What? Are you gay?" Yeah, a little bit.
Are you interested? That's always a good follow-up. What, are you looking? Because then they're like,
I didn't know
not
you liked me like that.
Right.
I've been disarming people like that in the streams recently too. They'll come in and like try to yell, "Oh, you're gay," or whatever, as like some kind of insult. And I was like, and I always tell them almost the same thing. Like, not only is there no problem with that, but maybe you should try again. I mean, if you got some repressed feelings, we can talk about it here. But I mean, you're not going to be getting anywhere. Not going to be making any progress from me here.
But yeah, no, it's super funny. How are you gonna look at me, especially when I'm not wearing a wig and like these, and be like, "Yeah, she's gonna take gay as an insult."
No, that's what I loved about that the Dirty Signs with Kristen, the YouTube channel thing. That all the stuff was all the like super vulgar pickup lines and stuff, like the nice shoes want to fuck. The other one that I found really funny was I want to tongue punch your fart box.
Oh,
that was like, and she's teaching how to say that in sign language, and I was like, hell
teaching
yeah.
how to say that.
My favorite one is, I want to paint you green and spank you like a dirty avocado.
Yeah.
Who comes up with that?
Oh damn.
X.
Spank you like an avocado? That's not even
Dirty
something
avocado.
you do. Oh, of course. That's not even anything. Dustin, welcome. Nice shoes, wanna fuck. It's such a misdirect. Nice shoes, back to business.
Yeah. Nice shoes want to fuck is one of my favorite ones. I think it's hilarious.
Like halfway through your sentence, you're already through the small talk.
The tongue punch your fart box. I like literally have PTSD with that phrase. I'll never forget being at my friend's going away. I was irritated with him. I was friends with both him and his sister. He was being an asshole to me and his sister all night. So we were like, "Fuck it, we're out."
Yeah.
And as we were leaving, he came to like argue with us like drunk boys do. Like, "Why are you guys mad?" "I don't know, because you've been an asshole all night." Like, we're gonna go get some In-N-Out burger and we're gonna go watch movies at my house. Goodbye. And then he said that he was an asshole because he wanted to tongue punch my fart box. And I was like, "I'm gonna wait in the car. Goodbye." As I'm standing next to his sister.
Oh, I love it. God. The balls on that fucking guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever I hear that phrase, I am just transported.
Did he
to
hear about that
standing-
later from his sister?
Probably.
I don't know.
They're pretty close. Like the 3 of us used to hang out all the time. They were pretty close, which is why we were like, "Why are you being an asshole?" Like it was kind of like he was showing off because all his guy friends were there.
Yeah.
But he would hang out with us all the time. And it's not like we were young either. This was when like my mid-20s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this was not
actually
like a
recent.
teenager thing.
Yeah, that seems like a middle
6
schooler
years
thing
ago.
to say, but he was an adult. And
He was a grown ass adult. And that's why we were like,
saying the things I
rent
find
a car.
yeah, it was.
Oh man.
He didn't remember it, so I don't think his sister gave him shit about it. 'Cause I talked to him about it a little bit ago, and I was like, "You have said some terrible things to me," and he's like, "No, I haven't," and I was like,
I never. Oh, I did.
"We need to talk."
Yeah.
Was he apologetic or?
I thought it was
Yeah.
funny.
I would think
Green.
it's funny, frankly. It's like I was drunk. You took that seriously? Apparently. Oh, she gave me the
I'm
eyes.
just gonna-
I'd laugh at it and be like, "You didn't take me seriously,"
Jeez.
just to
I
make
don't
it
know.
even more of a joke.
Anyways, next subject.
Next subject. Where's my list of? I didn't actually.
Well, we're at
No, I
the,
did.
Joel's had a list for
We
like
are-
3 or 4 weeks running that we haven't
which is
even touched.
hilarious
I know,
that he
we've been
brings
doing
it up
it
now, because we're at that
Yeah.
2-hour mark, and Sig keeps looking over at his brother, who clearly needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some things to address there.
I also did schedule a walk with the family after the show, so I think we might want to call it a wrap. I am so glad I restarted. That is very out of the norm and
Yeah.
cleared up all of my issues. So
No major problems after that.
yeah, it's
so
been
we're-
So
smooth
you have to,
sailing.
even if there hasn't been issues, this just needs to be part of prep.
yeah.
It might be safe to just restart before every show. And I mean, that's not even that hard to do. Just click a button, wait 5 minutes. Goddamn, I'll set up the
But
thumbnail while it's happening.
And you leave your
whatever.
computer running most all the time, every day, right?
It doesn't
just
shut
on.
off.
Are we ending? Is it time for me to rip my wig off yet?
I think so.
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah. Oh.
I have to wait for Beast to start the outro, and then I rip my wig off.
What's
Isn't
the
that- isn't
outro? I don't even know.
You always
Minerva
know.
podcast number 24 with Bexy.
Yep, yep.
Minerva
Thanks for
Podcast
coming out,
episode
man.
24. We'll see you, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys.